Is Sergio or Brandon here?
Sorry, sir, I can't answer that.
You can't. How many coppers work here? Can you answer if Sergio's here?
Real friendly group around here.
Thousands of people are watching. What could you do? Tell me. He doesn't have any other skill sets. This is all he can do. He doesn't have any other skill sets.
Honey, you can't solicit a trespass. Go ahead, let's follow it. Let's see if you're gonna get sued. Let's see.
What you gotta do?
I'm
Don't ask me
listening.
questions. I'm not gonna answer your questions.
When you start asking where you going, where you been, what time you coming home, is that what you do? You go, okay, no problem.
It's all right here.
Just save your bullshit.
Here.
Get out.
Okay.
Do I need to sign it? Go on. Go on. I'm gonna FOIA your body cam, and I'm gonna find out if my taillights are out in a rent-a-car.
Okay.
I don't believe you. I think you're lying.
Look at you. You're a piece of shit tyrant. I don't respect you at all. I hope you burn in hell. I hope you burn in hell. You just go fuck yourself. I can say anything I want.
Why are you running my plates? What right do you have to run my plates?
16 California tag, 8 Charles Mary Williams. Hey, Officer Shepard, badge number 116. How you doing, sir?
Pretty good, Officer Shepard.
Hey, so I'm running your tag. Is it in the public, okay? And it's our typical procedure to run tags and that kind of thing.
Okay, Green Bay, Wisconsin.
How are you? What can I help you with?
Well, you can't help me, I guess. I mean, I don't need any help.
You don't need any help?
No, I don't need any help. I mean, I'm pretty self-sufficient. You know what I'm saying? What's your name and badge number, sir?
My name's Mike.
Hey, Mike.
Badge number is 677.
How you doing, Mike?
Good, how are you?
Good to see you, man. How long you been a copper for?
For almost 9 years here in Green Bay.
A lot of places I go to, they say the cops are terrible. I was just in Philadelphia, and they said that people I interviewed on the street said the cops are all pretty rough around there.
Mm-hmm.
But the citizens I talked to yesterday here in town, they all said that you guys. I didn't really get any complaints. I said, is there any particular cop who harasses people? Go ahead. I said, was there any particular police officers who were harassing you or bothering you or anything like that? And they really didn't have any. They didn't really have any. I didn't hear.
Walk with me, so I'm just doing my
Oh, you want to hang out? I'll hang out with you, man. Cool.
That's good. How was Philly?
Rough. Where are you from? Philly was rough. West Coast.
West Coast?
I'm from the West Coast. Yeah, I go all around the country. And, pretty much if things are copacetic, I'm pretty copacetic.
Nice, awesome.
You know, I'm not a fan of police, but at the same time, I'll treat you like an individual. Absolutely. Until someone gives me a directive or tries to demand my ID this is just what I do.
Putting this on YouTube?
Yeah, brother. You'll be on YouTube. This is Mike. Mike's been nothing but polite so far, so I'm happy to see that. Well, I'm going to go inside and take a look around and see what you guys got for decorations in there. Let's go see what we got in here. It looks like there's a double door here. Alrighty. Police public call box. Hey, good morning. How are you? Good. How can I help you, sir? I just wanted to come into the world famous Green Bay Police Department, and because you guys are known. Green Bay.
Oh, yeah.
So I stress test rights all over the country. Okay. I go from police department to police department. I have a First Amendment right to film, so I just go in and make sure that my rights are being respected.
Oh, cool.
This is just part of making sure our freedoms are respected. That's all I'm doing. And I met Officer Mike outside. He was pretty nice.
I don't know quite that tall, but
he was really tall. That guy was really tall. How you doing? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Well, not really much to see here. No one's said anything to me. Like I said, these things are typically if
You're Dan?
Am I Dan?
Yeah.
Between Dan? I cannot confirm or deny my name is Dan. Okay. But what's your name, sir? Are you a copper?
Oh, my bad. Yeah.
What's your name and badge number then?
Well, I don't have to give you that because I'm not working.
Oh, you're not in your official capacity. I wonder that.
But, sir, do you feel like being recorded? No, so you can't do that in here. You can do it to us all you want.
So let me
record other people.
Now let me tell you this. Go pound sand. Go pound sand, bro. Go get on your knees and eat my shorts. Jump down on your knees and eat my shorts. I'm filming them right now. What are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do about it?
Well, I can keep it out.
No, you can't. No, you can't. Go ahead. Now let me educate this dirty jackboot thug pig. Here you go. My name is Chili DeCastro. I'm a constitutional law scholar. Here's the law right here, dunce cap. There's always one dumbass pig. You stupid pig. You shouldn't have done it. You shouldn't have done it. You should have minded your business, you moron. What did I say? I said it was pretty boring. I was about to leave. There's always one dumb pig. Always. Come on out here and arrest me, buddy. Come on out here and arrest me. There's the jackboot thug pig. We found him already. I was here for 7 minutes. Now, Mike back there was very respectful. But that dumb pig had to come out here and give me orders. And that doesn't work. Piggy. That don't work. You can't do that. You see, ma'am, I'm telling you, this is the reason why I do this. I know you have to stay on the cop's side. I'm not saying you're on my side. I'm just talking to the audience right now. You see, this is why we do it. You know, you got people like that who don't know that this is a public forum. I can film in here anytime I'd like. So let me show you guys. Let me just put this right here. Okay. Inside your trifold, it says right here, right to film cops. And this would include police departments, police stations. You know, this would include this right here. You have a First Amendment right to film police. That right does not change when you go into a police lobby. It's right there, the right to film cops. Now, I'm not sure if he has to identify when he's not in uniform or not, but I'm pretty sure that if he's going to act in his official capacity as he did, I need that cop's name and badge number. I need to speak, ma'am, I'm sorry. I need to speak to the commander here. And I'm going to need his name and badge number. You can't come out and act in an official capacity and not identify yourself after I asked him to identify. That's not how it works. God bless America. That's what I'm trying to say here. You don't get to act in your official capacity and not identify yourself. I got him on camera. Eventually I'll find out his name and badge number. It's not just that cop right there. I don't have to identify myself. He has to identify who he is. And then he started to give me directives as though he was working in his official capacity. That's the problem. You don't get to do that. You don't get to have it both ways. Either you're working your official capacity or off duty. If you're off duty, then you don't have to identify. And I'll explain the same thing to the commander there as well. Do you got your policy book here, ma'am? Do you have your police, what the policies are for the Green Bay Police Department? Do you have a copy of that with you? Could I get a copy of that, please? I just want to see if the cops have to identify in this particular city and state. I just need a name and badge number. Be happy to move along. I just need a name and badge number. I guarantee you, when I release his name and badge number, there'll be people in this town who say that this guy's a jackboot thug pig. Guarantee it. Guys like that who want to be in control and in charge of everything and everybody, they behave that way with everybody. That shift commander's right there. He has to address something right now. I sue people. I travel the country suing police departments. I'm going to sue, and I'll sue him as well. He'll be listed. I will sue you guys. I have to get his name and badge number. He doesn't get to tell me what to do and act in an official capacity and not identify. I guarantee you he violated policy.
Yes, and it is our policy that we have to go to our next available supervisor. So we're looking to see if our other sergeant or lieutenant will be coming out. We're getting somebody to come out, but we have to go through our policy to go.
Did you hear I was leaving? Did you hear me say, well, this was pretty boring, nothing going on here.
Yeah.
And I was getting ready to walk out the door. Comes out here, asks my name. I said, I'm not going to tell you my name's Dan or not. And then he starts telling me what to do. I just need his name and badge number and I'll get out of here. That's all I need. Name and badge number. It's tough, man, when the hands shake. There's nothing I can do about it. I don't know if it's adrenaline or what it is. So here's the funny part. That copper who came out and complained, as I was out there, I just remembered that when I came over here and showed you guys this, what I didn't show you was this little room over here. If that copper has a problem with someone filming here, or he feels like someone in this lobby needs some privacy, there's the space right there. There's chairs in there. There's 2 chairs in there. There's a little space right here where he could take someone who wanted some privacy. It also says right here, there's a lock on there. So this is a restricted area. I can't go behind a locked door. It's a restricted area. I mean, I would hate to stay here all day. I'd hate to be here all day long.
I'm sorry, sir?
I would hate to stay here all day, but I will until I get that guy's name and badge number.
He just came in from off the road.
Okay. So I need his name and badge number. When I get back to LA, I'll be making some constitutional law scholar sweatshirts. Those will be coming out just in time for Christmas. You gonna give me his name and badge number, Mike?
I gotta deal with that.
God bless. Yeah, is that a little private area right there?
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
Today I need some help with producing our car, our mailing,
My dad was in the police department from 1946 to 1981. He retired as a shift commander. And I'll tell you what, this fire station was built in 1969. And he was here from 69 to 81. He was the shift commander here. And before that, you know where the big city hall is? When he first started, that city hall was built in about 1955. And the old city hall, he was in there. And then after that, but is there anybody I could talk to here?
Huh? All right, just give me the shift commander's name and I'll file. He's going to be shocked when he gets litigation filed in his name. Give me the watch commander's name. What's his name and badge number? I will file against that man right there. You don't want to do the service? Fine. Then accept what I do.
Hi. Are you
Pretty.
who wants to talk to me? Thank you.
Good looking lady.
I'm Erin.
Aaron, nice to meet you. I need that cop's name and badge number.
Sure.
I'm not going to
Just so I can, I know, I just want to be able to hear you.
So you step out here if you want. You shut that door.
Yeah, sure.
Nice to meet you. Aaron, your name?
Erin,
How
yeah.
you doing, Aaron?
Good.
So listen, my name is Chili Castro. The name of my channel is called Elite Laws. I'm a constitutional law scholar.
Sure.
I travel the country
Okay.
and I hold police departments accountable. I'm known all over the world.
Okay.
And if I don't get that cop's name and badge number, then I'm going to file litigation I'll file against you, Aaron,
Sure.
because that's the only name I have.
Okay.
He's not allowed to come out and say to me, hey, what's your name? And I say, what's your name and badge number? He says, I'm not on duty. I say, okay, fine. Is your name Dan? I said, I'm not going to confirm or deny my name. And then he says, okay, well, you can't film any then he tries to work in his official capacity.
Sure.
You don't get it both ways. I'm a little bit incensed because I was leaving here. I've been here for 9 minutes. I've been here for 56 minutes now. He threatened to come back out. I don't know what he meant by that, but I need his name and badge number because what I want to do is ask the people of Green Bay when I put it in a short video who he is and if other people have complaints against this guy. If he acted that way with me and I'm just a quiet guy, I certainly don't look like a thug or a gangbanger. It'll take me about 4 hours to write it.
Sure. So what I'm hearing from you is.
I need his name and badge number.
Yep, you're upset because he didn't identify himself.
You can't act in your official capacity and not give your name and badge number.
Camera before I came out here and it looks like he told you his name was Solomon. Is that correct?
No, he didn't. Came out, I mean, I have it on video as well. I have it on 2 cameras.
Sure.
He came out and asked me
Yep.
what my name was Dan. I said, I'm not gonna tell you my name's Dan or not. And then he said, well, you can't film in here. You're making someone feel uncomfortable. So then I went right over and I put the camera around. The guy said, what are you gonna do about it?
Sure.
Because I'm allowed to film I don't like to put my camera extend on people's faces.
It's okay.
But Aaron, if you want the lawsuit against you, you go online, you go on Google, then I pay Google a little fee to put your name at the top of Google.
Well, yeah, no.
And that's
so
what I do.
There's no reason to file a lawsuit against me. So
I need his name and badge number.
you've got his name on the back here and you
Okay.
also have my card with my contact information. We went away from badge numbers because we changed from badge numbers to department
Solomon
seniority.
Aries, is he a lieutenant,
So
a
that's-
captain, a sergeant? What is Solomon?
He's a police officer.
He's an officer.
Yeah,
Well,
yes, sir.
he should not be promoted. There are not 1 video or 2 videos. There's millions of videos of cops abusing, raping, torturing, killing, prosecuting, persecuting people. Put your hands behind your back and I'm gonna put you in these torture cuffs.
You can't.
Those torture cuffs were created by the Delaware colony. Then you put me in torture cuffs and put me in the back of that car. It's claustrophobic, then you strap me in it. It's
Did we put your seatbelt on yet?
with your arms behind your back on a hard plastic seat where your cuffs are getting tighter and tighter and tighter.
Sometimes that happens, yeah.
The reason I hate cops at 18 years old, they put me in the torture cuffs, my hands were purple. They were torturing me because I told them to F off so many times. So they tortured me for drinking.
Sounds like you had a really bad experience.
Oh no, millions of people have. My channel's huge. Millions of people have had this experience of being abused and hurt by police. I've only been treated humanely by cops a very few times in my life ever. And that's only because I became famous online. You can't use humane straps?
So, yeah, I don't think we go that route. That's a whole different.
But why don't you?
That's a whole
And
other
this-
story
and-
for a
and this
different
is-
day, and I'd be
and-
happy to talk
Right,
to you
and
about it later.
by the way, what you're saying right now is the
Yes, sir.
same thing that we hear hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. Hey, we can't talk about that. It's not gonna do
Well,
that.
it's not that we can't, it's just that now is not the appropriate time.
But you're the supervisor. You came out to talk to me. That means that you have some clout here. How many people want to push you? Very few. Very,
I
very
wish
few.
that was the world we lived in. I do.
You think people want to attack cops?
I think sometimes they do, yeah, and I know that they do because I work in this job, so.
You've been
it's not
attacked?
Like I said,
How
I'd
many
love
times?
to have you on a
How many
ride
times have
along.
you been
I
attacked?
would love to have you on a
I got
ride
your card.
along.
How many
We
times
can
have you been
chat.
attacked?
You can get a hold of me.
How many times
either
have you been
way,
attacked?
okay?
Just
You
tell
can
me. Answer.
also-
How many? How many times have you been punched? Who would punch this face?
Very nice to meet you.
Take care, Aaron.
Thank you.
Goodbye. You have a magnetic personality.
I do.
Yeah, you have a real good vibe about you. But the problem is that when you wear that thin blue line flag, you create a divide between you and I. You make it so that you're on that team and I'm not on that team.
I wouldn't necessarily say that.
Oh no, there's millions of people who feel like I do. There's millions of people. There's millions of people who hate that thin blue line because it represents the way we see it is it represents a gang. It's a gang.
No, I don't think so.
Really? Take care of yourself, man. Remember, don't shoot anybody, bro. Don't shoot anybody. I was just so full of angst just now that someone's gonna walk up to me and ask me what I'm doing here. She wants to ask me a favor.
Sir, may I ask you one favor, please?
What's your favor?
This is a corporate building, and we're told we cannot film this building. Anything else around here, you're welcome to film.
This building right here?
Yeah, please keep it out of your filming.
Oh yeah? Okay.
And it's not public. It's privately owned.
This building right here? You want me to film this building?
Yes, sir. Are we playing who's on first? You need to stop filming it.
I'm not going to.
You need to.
You're gonna solve me? There's
No.
thousands of people watching.
I don't care.
You're coming up to me. Please step away from me.
I'm coming up to you so I can
Please step-
speak to you in
I'll
private.
film the building all I want. I'm in a public space. This is a public space, is it not?
No, it is not.
That's not a public space.
That is.
Oh.
This is not.
This is not a public space.
No, sir.
Oh, this isn't. I'm not on public space right now.
No, you're on private property.
Okay, so
Once you reach the red bricks,
oh, so this
and you
is,
do not film this. 46 to G3, please bring a business to the front of that.
this lady's crazy. She literally told me I couldn't film this building. You guys gotta fight the power. Don't let people push you around.
I don't let anybody put it around.
Well, what are you talking about? I can't film this building. Is that what you just said? Is that what you just said?
This is a corporate building.
I don't care what
It's
it is.
private owned.
Okay.
Has things in
It has sensitive things in it? Like what?
Yes, so you can't film it.
I can't film it?
No, sir.
She said I can't. I can't. She said, let's call the PD. It's getting better. It's getting better. So what's going on here in Tempe is every time someone comes out of that building, security interacts with them.
Just a heads up, so we just received a call from Chase. So we don't have an issue with you hanging out like that, but they're complaining that you are like loitering and then you're filming the building.
Loitering? Isn't loitering when you come in and you don't buy anything?
No, so you're just hanging out on the private property. So we don't have an issue with you hanging out at all. Chase is complaining that you're filming the building.
Chase is complaining or the security is?
Chase security is.
Okay, so that's not Chase though. I'm just standing here talking to my people. I got thousands of followers.
So I don't have an issue with you whatsoever. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So how are you guys doing, by the way?
Good, how are you?
You guys are good, man. You all right, bro? You all right? You all right? God bless you both, man. I hope you guys are okay.
All right. So the only reason we're coming up is basically what's going on. They're asking us that you stop filming. So,
but what? Okay, so this is public property, right?
This is all private property, actually.
That is too.
This whole area is private.
Yes, center point.
There's actual several.
There has to be a place here that's public property.
This is all private.
That's not possible.
Because we work for we're for control area.
We're private property.
I'm a constitutional law scholar. Okay, let me just tell you. Let me help you guys out. You cannot have a road going through somewhere and not have a public easement. That's impossible. So there is somewhere here that is public property, whether you guys like that or not.
That's fine. So I'm letting you know there are several signs posted in this area saying this is private property.
Okay, sure, but there has to be somewhere between here, between that building and that road that is not private property, or you wouldn't be able to have a public road there.
Okay, so from my understanding, that is actually a private road that's owned by the property owner.
No, my friend. From your understanding, let me see. This is why you film and you educate these people. He literally thinks and believes that a road going through Tempe, Arizona, is a private road owned by Chase Bank.
No,
You understand?
It's owned by Chase.
It's not owned by anybody privately. That is a publicly funded road. Meaning, for every publicly funded road in America, there has to be a public easement, regardless of what that easement is. You see?
Okay, that's fine.
You see?
So all I'm telling you is that Chase doesn't want you filming the building. That's totally
Right.
fine.
But Chase doesn't have that option to tell me not to film a building from a public space.
And I'm not telling you to stop filming. I'm only telling you that's what they want you to stop filming.
And then we got the copper on the scene. You know, you should really charge that woman for wasting public funds. What are you doing here? The woman who called the police on me for having a cup of coffee and talking to my followers. I teach constitutional law. I teach police procedure. Yeah, my shirt says overturn Terry. So what are you doing here, officer? Okay, well, so this is it. So guys, this is called a Terry stop. When he gets a call for service,
Stop. You should look that up. You should look that up. You should look that up. You should look that up.
oh, it's not. Educate us, officer. Officer. Well, but why are you here though? Of course he did. He's a coward. They're all cowards. Don't become cops, guys.
Okay.
You guys are about to hear an education. This is my favorite thing to do.
Okay.
I'm going to educate this cop as to what the laws are. And you guys are going to get to watch. So this cop, of course, he walked away because he knows he's about to get his ass schooled. He's about to get schooled. And you guys know it. So let me help you guys out. When there's a public road in the United States of America, it's funded by either state or federal funds.
Right.
Okay, so once something is funded by state or federal funds, that means if it's going to be in a residential area or a school, university campus area, that means that the road has to have a public easement.
No, I'm aware of that.
So that means that all this property here cannot be owned by a private individual or a private corporation.
The road?
No, the public easement. So the road.
No, I understand that.
Right. So that means that somewhere between that road and that building is a public easement. That's a fact.
Okay.
So I would be willing to go to jail so that I can sue that and get his ass put in jail for 2 years.
If that's your prerogative, that's totally fine.
Oh, no, I'm just telling you the law.
Yeah.
I'm telling you the actual law.
Okay.
Remember, I'm a constitutional law scholar. This is what I do.
Yeah.
This is what I do. This is what these people are watching for right
What's
now.
your name?
Call me Good Citizen.
Good Citizen. That's fine. I was just curious what your
You
content is.
guys seem cool. Oh, my website's called Delete Laws. With
Delete
a Z.
Laws? Okay. With the Z.
Delete Laws with the Z. You guys
Okay,
can watch
cool.
it.
Thanks.
Will you tell us what a call for service is, then, officer? Will you educate my followers? I just want to know what somebody calls. So someone calls the police, and when you initially engage with me, what's that called? What's that called, sir? No, you came up, you walked right up to me. But what's that called? What's that called? No, come on, officer. Don't be a coward. Admit it. It's a Terry stop.
We don't have an issue.
Press charges. First of all, you have to be trespassed by the organization. I can interrupt anybody I want. Houston versus Hill, 1987. I'm not trying to be rude. I just want to hear what you're talking about me. I haven't done anything wrong.
All right. What's your name, sir?
Call me Good Citizen.
Okay. You're a trespass warrant from the building?
From
So
who?
you can't chase?
Chase didn't trespass
So,
me. That's not
if you
true.
Go back in the building.
You're not
you'll
telling
be
me.
arrested for trespassing. Do you understand that?
No, I don't understand. I want to hear from a Chase representative that I've been trespassed.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's not true, and you're lying, and you're a liar and a
Do you want to
fraud.
hear it from them?
Yeah, I would like to hear from the actual representative from Chase, not security. No, that's Allied Security
That's
Officer.
fine. Okay.
That's Allied. I'm not
You're a trespass
trespassed.
warrant from the building.
No, I'm not.
If you go back
No,
in the
I'm not.
building, you'll be arrested
I'll
for
go back
trespassing.
anytime I want.
Okay, well, then you'd be arrested.
We'll see about that, won't we? Because I'll be back to get a coffee tomorrow.
Well, then you'd be arrested.
We'll see about that. We'll see about that. Now go on, coward. Take a hike.
Oh, I can stay. Okay.
Then stay here all day, coward. Sorry, guys, my hand's getting tired from holding this up.
Coward.
Because you signed up to be an absolute tyrant. Look at your dress right now. Do you think right now that I in any way, shape, or form want to fight you? And look how you're dressed. You're dressed up like a total coward. You're walking around Citizens looking like a total G.I. Joe loser. You're a total loser, dude. You don't have any other skills, or you would do something else with your life. If you had any other skill set, you would do that job, but you don't. This is the only thing you can do is follow orders and hurt people. You are the worst of our society. You're the lowest rung because you don't have any other skills. You're a total loser. And you physically could never take me on. And so the way you do that is by using the color of law to dominate me. And you came up here just now and told me I'm trespassed by a security guard who doesn't work for Chase Bank. So you're lying. I know the law, I teach it. So you, my friend, if I were you, you're young enough now, you're 40, 45 maybe, quit this job and do something worthwhile so that people don't look at you and think you're an absolute tyrant loser. That's how they currently see you. That's how we see you. Now, you may have your cocksuckers who act like they respect you. They're afraid of you. But you coming here right now to talk to a guy with a camera and a coffee proves that you're a fucking tyrant, bro. You're the worst of our entire society. You are, literally. Now, oh, I haven't seen a lot of society? Now you're going to question my experience?
Well, you
How long have you done this? So what other skills? Okay, if you were doing the job, what would it be? What would another job be? What were your qualifications? List them. What are your qualifications? What are your qualifications? Could you be a paramedic? Could you be a producer? Could you be an artist? Could you be a woodworker? Could you be a plumber? Could you do anything else with your life besides take orders and hurt people? What could you do? Tell me. Thousands of people are watching. What could you do? Tell me. He doesn't have any other skills, guys. This is all he can do. He doesn't have any other skill sets. And when he runs into a constitutional law scholar, he's helpless and powerless because he can't use the color of law against me. Because if he works outside the color of law, I'll take his ass down and I'll put him in prison for 2 years under a 1983. You don't even know what that is. What's a 1983? Sorry, my hand's getting tired. What's a 1983? What's a 1983? This is your field. The one thing that can put you in prison for 2 years is a 1983. What is a 1983? He has no idea. This is the kind of pathetic people we have policing in America. God dang it, my hand's getting so tired. There we go, start with that. This is the kind of pathetic policing we have in the United States of America. And you know why these guys are always deer in the headlights when I talk to them? Because they don't have any answers. He can't answer any questions. Because the truth is he doesn't have any other skills. It's really pathetic. Just so you know, most people, half the people in our country feel like me. They're just not as well versed and educated as I am in the law. I mean, you're still young enough, Mr. Despain. You could do something else with your life, and I highly recommend that you do. You know, because look at you. I mean, look at you. Look at you. It's a fucking joke, dude. You got a taser, you got a gun, you got pepper spray, handcuffs, all of these things. I'm wearing a pair of shorts and a t-shirt, guys, with my overturned Terry shirt on. You know what Terry versus Ohio is? And you can't even have a conversation because if I walk up and I use my hands, and he can say I'm threatening him. And he had his hands in my face. He was threatening me.
You don't seem like the kind of person who wants to have a conversation.
No, a conversation. You can't answer any questions. You so easily ask people where they're going, what they're doing, how they're doing it. But I ask you questions and you can't answer any of them. Answer my questions then. You so easily question people when you pull them over. Where are you going? What are you doing? Are you on drugs? Have you been drinking? What's the talk about? That you signed up to hurt people.
You're the one asking questions.
Listen, thousands and thousands of people see this, dude. I'm trying to give you an opportunity to explain that you would do something else with your life if you had the skills.
I don't need an opportunity to explain anything.
You do, actually. You have a lot of explaining to do. You signed up to be an absolute tyrant. Look at what you're wearing. Look at you. Look at you. Look in the mirror, dude. Look at what you look like. Citizens look like me. Shorts and a t-shirt. Why are you dressed up like G.I. Joe? How many active shooters are you engaging daily? Do you understand what I'm saying to you, man? You may not like me because I'm mean to you. Of course I am. You guys are horrible to people. You've ruined our culture by following orders. No. Everyone like you. You're a drone. You're a clone. You'll follow orders. You got a call on the radio to come out and investigate. You walked up here. You saw a guy in a pair of shorts and a t-shirt, and then you told me I'm trespassed, which is a lie. That security officer cannot trespass me. It has to be a representative of the bank. The security officer does not have the right to trespass me. She has a problem with me because she asked me my name. I said it's none of her business. I don't need to check in with security to buy a coffee. Listen, you might hate me. You might leave here thinking I'm the biggest jerk ever. Then when you leave here, dude, consider what else you can do. This is pathetic. It's pathetic. It is. It is. And you're free to stay here all day, dude. You're free to stay here all day. You know?
All right, you keep it up.
Thanks for the direction. Do you see? You see, when you actually get into them and you explain to them that they have no power outside of the color of law, they do that. They clam up like they have nothing to say. You see? No, I'm not wearing a mask. No, that's illegal. No. Oh, this is the library. This is the library. So this is a publicly funded library. So Scottsdale Community College is a publicly funded, this is beautiful, by the way. Let me just show this to you guys. Scottsdale Library is a publicly funded library. That means that you have a right to film in here all you want, just so you know.
Would you like me to call campus security? Would you like to?
You can. But I mean, or you could just help me out a little bit and tell me where Joan Kavanaugh's office is and I'll leave your library.
If you wear a mask, I refuse to help you.
If I won't wear a mask, you refuse to help me.
Yes, the policy is you have to have a mask when you're
That's a
inside.
policy, though. That's not the law, ma'am. That's a policy.
I don't.
Why won't you help me? Why don't you just give me John Kavanaugh's office and then
I don't know where it is.
All right, don't get so excited. Remember, I'm a human. You're a human. I've already had COVID, so I already have the antibodies built. And so, you know, you have a thin blue mask line on your flag.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, I do. What's going on?
Nothing. I just came here to ask for John Kavanaugh's license. Okay. That's all I wanted. Oh, there's a police. Can I get your name and badge number, sir?
Sure. Robert Smeets. And my serial number is 15. What is my serial number? 156.
I have no idea.
We never use them.
Listen, just so you know,
56443.
56 what?
56443.
I mean, you do know that I can stay here for as long as you want, and I can film here as long as I want. No one can stop me.
Actually, that's not true.
Tell me the law that I'm breaking.
Well, if you refuse to comply with the mask mandate, then obviously I'm not going to tell you for trespassing.
But I have to be trespassed first but who's going to trespass me on public property?
Well, that would be one of the administrators.
But the administrator doesn't own the public property.
Okay, well,
You see what I'm saying?
I'm just telling
if you arrested me, you would open yourself up to a 1983 and I would sue you. Personally, because you'd be working outside of the color of law. Your mandate is not law.
Okay. You're right. You know, the mandate itself is not law.
You would be sued personally. I would sue you personally because you're working outside of the color of law.
No, because I'm not enforcing the mandate.
So what John Kavanaugh.
So everybody, welcome to another rendition of Delete Laws. What's going on out there in the land of the unfree America? Give me a 5x5. Can you hear me okay? How is the microphone? Can you hear me okay? Am I cracking? Am I too loud? Let me know how the mic is real quick. Give me a 5x5 if we are okay. Let me know. I have been working with the mic. I have found out that I have to keep this microphone right in front of my face. I have been busy. I saw Team DLZ in here. We had a conversation yesterday for about 25 minutes. Caught up with him. Caught up with Donnell Brown. Donnell Brown and I have been going back and forth. We've been working on getting money on Don's books. We've put 200 so far on Don's books, I think. Donnell, you have the receipts. Is it 150, 160 now? I still have $210 in donations for Dawn Newman in the dungeon. So we still have donations for her. Let me show you guys something, and we're going to talk about a little bit of case law just real quick. And you guys, if you want to, speaking about Dawn Newman here, this is the Ogden Police Department Facebook page. Who's following along the Dawn Newman fiasco, travesty, miscarriage of justice? How many of you guys are following along? Put a 1 in the chat if you are following along the Dawn Newman fiasco and the absolute trash that they have done. Thank you for the cards. I've given some out to my clients. Kimberly, you're so welcome. Thank you for chipping in and donating a little bit of money. I really appreciate that. I will give my cards and my trifolds out to anybody, especially if they cover shipping. You know, I have all these trifolds and cop cards sitting here. They don't do any good. They don't do any good sitting in my office. And so I've really been giving out a ton of trifolds and cop cards. Let's take a look at this real fast. And I want to talk about something about case law here. Brandy Swaney, I think, was the first or second person to sign up. And then it was Jeff Facone. And then it was Team DLZ. And then I think Jeff signed up. The website's not 100% functionable yet, but it will be by tomorrow morning. We're going to work on it again tonight. I'm going to cover Craig Hendry tonight, but I want to show you guys something important. So take a look at this. This is the Ogden PD. These are the scumbags who railroaded Dawn. And so right over here in the comments section, I want you to notice what I wrote over here. Ogden Police Department is a scumbag pig shack in Ogden, Utah. What you guys have done to Dawn Newman, to James Walt English, and Jose from Utah Cop Watch one day will be avenged through the proper legal remedies. Let me tell you what I'll promise you, scumbags. I read this. The OPD page is to share pertinent information. If you post profanity, discriminatory content, derogatory language, your post may be hidden or removed. That's incorrect. You may do that, and I'll hold you accountable. They wrote that garbage right over here. Do you see where it says that right over there? They wrote this garbage. But I'm going to show you the case law behind this and who the gentleman is that established that case law. Maybe you've heard of him. His name might be Alan Beck. And so I wrote this long, protracted comment. I said, I'll be monitoring this Facebook page. And if you remove or hide a single comment, that's when you guys will get to meet me when I'm serving the lawsuit. See Hawaii Defense Foundation versus City and County of Honolulu. You remove or hide a single comment and I'll sue you. What a suck-ass scumbag pig shack in Ogden. When I show up to a small town, people come out in the hundreds to meet me and tell me their stories. I'll be promoting my trip to Ogden on this publicly pig shack page. I guess I messed up on my English there. I'm going to take a screenshot of this comment as I did, and I'll be back tomorrow and every day to check my comment and others. Tomorrow, other people will start commenting. That's you guys today. If anybody reading this has had their comment removed or hidden, please contact me, deletelaws@gmail.com. I'm looking forward to suing these filthy pigs. If you have a truthful comment for these dirty pigs, you must screenshot it for proof, and then we'll sue their asses. To the Ogden pigs running this page, you cannot delete or hide my comments or anybody else's. That's not how it works. And I'll be happy to take the city's money if you do. Screenshot taken. So now let me drop this link in the chat for you guys, for you Facebookers. And if you would please make sure here's the link for this bad chicken. Get over there and drop them a comment and then screenshot your comment. Screenshot your comment. Now, let me give you a little bit of the case law behind this, what I just said, to back up what you're saying, what I'm saying, and what we're doing here. So this is it right here. This is Hawaii Defense Foundation versus City and County of Honolulu. In summary, right here, plaintiffs sought attorney's fees of $64,000 and they won. The plaintiffs moved for a temporary restraining order and preliminary injunction to restore their own posts, allow them to continue posting, and prohibit defendants from banning people or removing political posts. Following several status conferences, defendants agreed to work with the American Civil Liberties Union, ACLU, alongside the plaintiffs to develop a policy governing public posting on official Hawaii Police Department Facebook page. The court subsequently deemed the motion for temporary restraining order and preliminary injunction moot. Plaintiff filed for summary judgment October 23, 2013. After settlement negotiations failed due to disagreements over the forms of dismay and attorney's fees, defendants filed motion for judgment on the pleadings and claims. In short, just so you guys know, they absolutely cannot delete your Facebook post. If you have a screenshot of it, we will sue their happy asses. That's how it will work. And let me show you this. I actually got this from Utah Defender. I'm going to show you a couple minutes of this, just a couple minutes.
Must be a slow night on television, I guess. But,
This is from Utah Defender. He may be in the chat. How you doing, Walt? I got your back all the way. A town divided over a chief that used excessive force on a 76-year-old man. This is out of Ogden.
we appreciate the county officers being here tonight. Officer Scott, Lieutenant Blanchard, and Officer Allred, and we appreciate them joining us tonight. I've asked Dave Ornelas to give our invocation, and then we'll go ahead with the Pledge of Allegiance.
Our Father in heaven, we come before thee this day. We're so grateful to be here together as friends and neighbors. We're so grateful to be a part of this beautiful town.
So a long story short here, I'm going to get to the pictures and the video. Give me 1 second.
Mayor and council, thank you for your time and your service to our community. You have big jobs to do, and I want you to.
And here's the video. And let me explain something to you. I had to wipe the sweat from my brow. I just forced myself to get a workout in. TeamDLZ.com is up. You can sign up. You can see what I'm doing in this studio, my day-to-day activity. We are building Constitutional Law Scholar. There's a hint to what we're doing. We are building a new channel called First Amendment Auditor, and we're going to slowly transition people over to the new channel because YouTube has a filter on this channel, like the Twitter files. So, yeah, what is going on? Michael Eline is in the room, everybody. Michael Eline. So let me explain something here. The prison state, police state, death state is now happening to middle-class white people in Utah. And so that means eventually we will get change. Now watch this video and watch how this chief of pigs, because there are pigs and there are some decent police officers who don't hurt people, but it's just so hard to find them. I'm going to talk about Craig tonight, TY Reviews. I so appreciate everybody who covered me when I was in the dungeon. And I hope I don't get emotional, but I'm going 18 hours a day, every day strong. So I hope I don't get emotional covering Craig because I feel so terrible for Craig. Watch a few minutes of this video. We'll come back. They can't get it together. They can't get it together. They're trying to get their video together over here. Okay, so this is the gentleman who gets attacked by the chief of police, and he thumps him bad. And look at his house, middle class white guy in Utah. That's how far the prison state police stay. Remember, all these laws and all these cops, they were originally created for black people. You don't like it? It's true. Never going to change it. Can't change history. George Washington was the first president of the United States. Tell me how that changes. It doesn't. Laws were created in this country for black people. Terry versus Ohio was created for black people. Detainment was created for black people. And now the roosters are coming home to roost. Right here. You're seeing it. You're going to watch it happen right here. You'll see it. Just wait a second. Hold tight. He's going to brutalize this guy. I just want you to get the build up. I think this is a video of a video. I think that Walt is holding a camera, filming a video, and God bless him for holding that camera for an hour and 12 minutes. He's got the murder gloves on. Put it in the chat, please. Murder gloves. He's got on the black murder gloves. Yeah, it's a video of a video. You can see the side of the TV screen over here on the left and at the top. Here you go. Here it goes. I'm not playing this game. See, that used to be okay. Do you see that? That used to be okay when it was just happening to black people and there was no video of it. Everybody turned a blind eye when it was happening to blacks and they were screaming from the rooftops that they're attacking us in the street. They're grabbing us, slamming us on the ground, breaking our faces open. You find an old black man, you find a black man 70 years old, he hates white people. Not because of the police state, prison state, death state, because we didn't stand up for him. And I say we because I'm pretty freaking pasty as a Colombian, right? So this has been going on for how long? And watch it again. Check out this use of force done on this, was he 76? Was there really reason to grab him like this? Just no reason to do that to this man. There was just no reason. Under arrest for what? The cover your own ass is why you're under arrest. Cover your own ass. Look what they did to him. Look what they did to him. There's blood on the ground. See that? You see that? His head cracked open.
So I hope that helps to be able to see that. It's difficult because the body cam footage.
It's not difficult. We can clearly see. Put a 1 in the chat if you could clearly see. If you could clearly see. There it is. Team DLZ is up. You guys can sign up. When I was in the dungeon down here, Greg put it, and I'm going to get back into this video in a minute. When I was in the dungeon, so many of you guys wanted to connect with one another and you couldn't do it. You guys wanted to put together fundraisers, t-shirt drives. You guys wanted to be able to talk to one another because there's 350 people here across the channels. And these folks talk to each other, whether it be through Facebook, DLZ Clips, American Patriot, DLZ Main, Twitter, whichever one we're streaming through. The chat here, I mean, I know you guys come for me too, but the chat's also the community. It's the community of people. It's Team DLZ. It's my brother who I talked to yesterday for 25 minutes about teamdlz.com. And so now you guys are going to be able to communicate with one another and have a relationship with one another. I got you, TY Audits. I see that. And we're going to get into that right now. We're going to come back to Dawn Newman. We're going to listen to the voicemail that I have with her neighbor Rose. Right now, let's take a second and switch gears here real quick, and we're gonna talk about Craig Hendry. But if someone could, let's put Team DLZ in the chat. I'm going to be doing a lot of my videos from Team DLZ from now on. I see no reason. Remember, you guys saw Roger Lane is in the house. What is going on? You guys saw how there is a mask mandate in California. And I recommend to all of you, make sure you go and get your mask and put it on. Make sure you go get your vaccination. Be sure, be double sure that you do it. So that's why I'll be streaming from my website a lot of the time, teamdlz.com. I want you guys to be able to connect to each other. I would rather, how do I say this without sounding negative? I would rather your efforts went toward a purpose that we are on the same page, where you guys have direct access to me and I know who you are. I know who I'm talking to. There's no question someone doesn't mimic someone's username. Now I have your information and I know I'm talking to Melisa when it's Melisa. And before, I can't answer emails or click on links. This changes that. This changes that. So I'm super excited about teamdlz.com. And you'll be able to join tomorrow, the next day. You're going to start to see videos pop up on there. You'll as we comment on there, message each other. I'm super, super excited about it. Now, I want to switch gears just for a second. Thanks, Plead the Fifth. I appreciate it. I want to switch gears for a second here, and I want to talk about Craig Hendry. Craig Hendry has been unjustly locked in a dungeon. They have purposely pinpointed to prosecute and persecute him, and he's going through absolute hell in there. And I have some money. I still have $210 more for Dawn's commissary. I want to talk to TY in the chat and make sure that there's some money for Craig Hendry too. So let's just get into it.
Hello, everybody. This is Craig Hendry. I'm a citizen journalist making a report from the Vermilion County Jail in
Dungeon.
Indiana, where I am being held a political prisoner of the state of Indiana. Multiple public officials within the state have conspired to see that I am no longer free, that they have deprived me of my life or my right to liberty and the pursuit of happiness. I want to start out by telling everybody what happened. There was a bond revocation held at my last Vermilion County, Indiana hearing, and my bond was revoked. So I have no bond and I'm being held until my trial. But I want to tell everybody why my bond was revoked, or a little bit of the details surrounding that. So there are new charges against me, felony charges, out of Sullivan County, Indiana. I am the only one who has been able to see those charges, as the Sullivan County, Indiana government has kept those sealed. Nobody other than me and my lawyer has access to that, and I don't even know if my lawyer has access to them. But the new charges are felony intimidation. It's under a clause in the felony or in the intimidation code that says that something happened because of somebody's profession. I haven't seen the probable cause, so I'm just giving everybody the information I have. The two other charges that exist on that cause are disorderly conduct as a Class B misdemeanor and refusal to leave an emergency incident area as a Class A misdemeanor, which is just another iteration of the 25-foot law. And again, I want to reiterate that these charges are shrouded in secrecy. You couldn't find information on them if you tried, and this alone should raise suspicion about the legitimacy of these charges. So now I want to tell you that I will not be going to Sullivan County until this Vermilion County case is wrapped up, which means that I am stuck in jail with no bond until my jury trial, which me, my family, and my very close friends have decided we are going through with no matter what. My court dates, as far as I know them, are November 1st. We have a evidentiary hearing. It wouldn't hurt for anybody who's interested to show up to that. I always love to see people at my court dates. And
I'm not sure if anybody's from the area here. If anybody's from here, listen to what he says right here.
going through with no matter what. My court dates, as far as I know them, are November 1st. We have a evidentiary hearing. It wouldn't hurt for anybody who's interested to show up to that. I always love to see people at my court dates.
Okay, so where is that? Can TY, are you in the chat? Can someone verify that address for us so that we know where that hearing is? We want people to show up in the courtroom for Craig Hendry. As you guys know, Craig Hendry's a longtime friend. We have supported him. We raised $7,000 in funding for his lawyer was $6,000, professional witness was $1,000, and he was able to beat that case. And so I don't know who's in that area. I don't know that area of the world very well, but if you can get there on that date and make sure that we have the correct address, they're going to bring him in chains and he's going to be number one. You're going to be there for 15 minutes. So your effort will be getting there. Your effort will be going home. And then you'll sit there. You won't be able to say anything to him. But man, I'll tell you what, after this, I'm also going to show you the address for Dawn Newman so you can write her a letter. And then if TY wants to send me an email with Craig's address, you can send him a letter in jail. It meant the world to me when it was happening for me and I was in the dungeon.
And then the jury trial is set
Shout out Jessica Kerstad. Shout out Danelle Brown. Shout out Bruce.
for November 19th, 20th, and 21st. It is a 3-day jury trial. The first day will be mostly selecting the jurors, and then the second and third day we'll be getting into the meat of the case. I don't want this to be too long. I don't have a whole lot to say because, like I said, I haven't even seen the probable cause that goes along with my new charges. But I want to talk to people because a lot of people have been reaching out to my family, to my girlfriend Erica, and to my friend Tyler, asking how to help with this situation. And of course, I don't have a bond, so people looking to help, they might say, "Well, how can I help? How can we get him out of here?" There's no way to get me out of here, and no amount of money could help me get out of here. What I will say is that I do play a very active role in supporting my family and my 2 children. And without me, it will be very difficult for Erica, who works 7 days a week now, to support these kids and to give them what they need. And so if anybody is able and willing Erica could use all the support she can financially. And of course, my donation links will be in the description below. My best friend, my brother Tyler, is making sure that my voice is going to get out to y'all, whether it's low quality or high quality. So I really appreciate Tyler, and I hope that everybody can thank him in the comments section. But financial support is still supporting, and so is even making your voice heard. You know, if you want to express your dislike with the actions of your government, there's nothing wrong with that. Which, by the way, that's why I'm in Vermilion County, because over 800 people called. This is what the prosecutor said in my last hearing. Over 800 people called Clinton City Hall in April 2022. And because of that, because 800 people called and expressed their dislike with their government's actions, I'm in trouble. Now I'm in jail. So if anybody's willing, if anybody wants to voice their dislike with the government's actions, there's nothing wrong with that. That's your First Amendment right. We just ask that you don't break the law when you do it. Don't commit crimes when you express your dislike, because the government's made that even a criminal activity in some ways. So with that being said, everybody, I'm going to wrap this up. I really appreciate everybody's interest and support. I hope that some other YouTubers can show support and try to raise awareness about this situation, because right now they're doing their absolute best to silence me, and I do have a huge support system, but their support system is the taxpayers of Indiana, and that is vast. So any help is appreciated, people. And to be honest, if anybody has, funny money and they're willing to help me out, bringing another attorney in on this case could certainly help. And if anybody's willing to do that, get in touch with Tyler. Tyler will put his email in the description. You can get in touch with him about helping out with attorney's fees or possible attorney fees, because we already have one attorney. 2, 3. The state has 3. We need 3. We need all we can get. So with that being said, all support is appreciated. If you want to send me a book, the address to the jail will be in the description below, and you can send me a book on with the Amazon.com. It has to be a softback, and everything is appreciated, people. So with that being said, shout out to Erica, my girlfriend, who's been helping me through this whole thing. She is just an absolute soldier. She never gives up. Shout out to Tyler, who's uploading this video and making sure that everything's in the description. He has always been a soldier when I'm locked up.
Did you hear that? Did you hear it? I mean, I hate to point out the obvious here. Craig Hendry's a freedom fighter. He films police. Listen to just encapsulate this sentence with me real quick. Ready? Listen.
Soldier, she never gives up. Whole thing. Being said, shout out to Erica, my girlfriend, who's been helping me through this whole thing. She is just an absolute soldier. She never gives up. Shout out to Tyler, who's uploading this video and making sure that everything's in the description. He has always been a soldier when I'm locked up.
He's always been a soldier when I'm locked up. That's how many times he's been locked up. He's always been a soldier when I get locked up. Yeah, and then he was talking about Small Miracle Garages said, if you have funny money, in other words, if you're a millionaire and you have what Small Miracle Garages said here, I got to be very careful what I say. Like I said through this broadcast, make sure you wear your mask and make sure you get your vaccination. One second. Got him. Ooh, little sucker. Saltomatic. Don't play games with me, flies. It's my favorite thing to do. They're monitoring everything we do and everything we say. Big Brother has besieged us. Everybody knows how much I don't like Trump and him wanting to indemnify police. The left is even crazier. They want to silence free speech. And with Elon along with Trump, I think Elon will influence Trump to go against censorship. He's still going to push to indemnify police, but that'll build a bigger group for us. I won't vote for Trump. Don't think I'm going to vote for Trump. I won't vote for Kamala either. I'll vote third party like I have done since 2012. But I just wanted to point out, they're monitoring everything we say and everything we do. So hurry and get your mask and get your vaccination, right? Okay. Just want to make sure I'm politically correct here.
And thank you to everybody who supported me. And that concludes this report.
God bless you, Craig Hendry.
The actions of the government make clear the difference between us and them. They are willing to use threats, violence, and cages to get the people they don't like out of the picture. We use words, truth, and the tool of the internet to oppose their actions. They know this. It is why they hate us so vehemently. It is why they are increasingly desperate to keep me in a cage and kidnap me at every turn.
Everybody welcome New Hampshire Girl to the room. New Hampshire Mountain Girl, I believe her username is. I'm not looking at the screen. We're going to get into this right here in 1 second, but I wanted to say thank you, New Hampshire Mountain Girl, for coming over. I appreciate it. I was in New York State audits earlier today, and I was nothing but flattered and respected and humbled by the effect that we've had on people to understand the law. Like I showed you the case law earlier today. I showed you the case law for the Facebook case. So you have to know the case law for each and every different thing. And so it's important. Showcase Audits is in the room too. Good to see you, Showcase. Thanks for coming. Let's get into this video a little bit because there's a thing about Don Newman I want to talk about as soon as this next video is over.
What about drug use? No. What about drug use?
Okay, now let me say something that has let me say something. I'm gonna interrupt this for 1 second and then we're gonna watch a little bit of this. Oh, April's in the room. Good to see you. Little Monkey is here. Sacramento Lena is here. Good to see you. Northwoods Press is here. Top Rock. I don't see Chevy. Where's Chevy? I see April. I see Jody. Dawn DeBomb. New Hampshire Mountain Girl. Ralph is here. I know it. I've got the coarse salt in there. Do you see that? You see the thick salt chunks I've got in there for the flies? Thanks, Roger Lane, for the gifting of 10 memberships. I'm setting up right now where you can gift memberships on teamdlz.com. And then we're not giving 40% of our funds to an organization that wants to, like me, they want to make sure that you get vaccinated. Get down there. If you haven't gotten vaccinated yet, get down there and get your vaccination. Hurry. It's good for you. It's good for you. Remember that. It's good for you.
No drug use, not even marijuana?
Yeah, I smoke marijuana.
You ever smoke in the car? That little guy? That's it? Is there anything else illegal inside the car?
On an afternoon in 2020, Irving police officers noticed a white BMW breaking several traffic laws. When they ran the plates, they realized the car belonged to Charleston White, a well-known community activist. What seemed like a routine traffic stop was about to take an unexpected turn. The tension grew as officers approached, with the air thick with anticipation. What could have been just another ticket soon became something much bigger. You won't want to miss what happens next.
Yeah, I was on my way. Oh, but they support the blue, bro. It's good, because I do too. Let's see what they say. How you doing, sir? What's going on, man? I know, man. I'm Officer Becerra there in Police Department.
Yes,
the reason you've been stopped, sir, was ran your tags and shows no insurance.
Oh,
Yeah, do you got insurance and a driver's license, please?
oh man, I just rushed out of the house. Man, picking my daughter up from the school down here, man. I think I left everything at the house, man.
Even a driver's license?
Man, I just got dressed, man, tying my shoes up, dropping one kid off at school. Hold on, man. Yeah, I
Grateful Dabs is here, everybody.
Well, I don't need this one. I just
People
need a
news.
driver's license after this. I'll hand this back to you, sir.
Scrubzilla. Jeff. Utah.
ain't got it on me.
Do you have an ID or anything with you?
You want my license numbers?
When the officer arrived, Mr. White appeared to not have active car insurance, nor did he have his driver's license. The officer took his name verbally and ran it through the NCIC, National Crime Information Center system.
It's Charleston, first name?
Yeah, Charleston Jamal. Shoot, I rushed out the house, dropped the CJ off, and left my wallet. Yeah, goddamn. And I had money for man, shoot. I had the new ID on me.
What's it?
Hey, what you said expired?
It doesn't have anything on the computer at all. So this is a valid policy, right? Old American?
It should be, man. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it should be.
All right, man. I'll give them a call. If they say it's good, then I'm good, okay? If they say it's not good, then it's going to be a ticket.
Man, God.
All right? That's how it is, man. We don't really play here in Irving with no insurance. It's automatic ticket, all right?
I understand. Well, you see what's on the back of my window, so I do a lot.
I hear you, man.
So yes, I understand. So yeah, if it's not showing, it ain't showing. Baby,
Okay.
did you pay it? Baby. Yeah, she changed credit card, so go on and run it.
So are you saying it's not valid?
Not valid. She just said she changed credit card.
Okay. All right, man. Do you have any outstanding warrants? I'm assuming not, right?
No, I ain't got
You ever been arrested for anything?
Yeah, man. Shoot,
Are you kidding me? Have you been arrested for anything? I mean, put a one in the chat if you've been arrested. Put a one in the chat if you got a cousin, a brother, a best friend, a lover who's been arrested. Of course. It's common, normal place for people to get arrested. This man should have used his trifold. Okay, hold on a second. Well, I don't want to get him put in the hole. Let me make sure. I got my phone right here. Someone just said Craig is going to call. Okay, I've got my phone right here. If Craig Hendry calls, he has my number. So I will keep my phone right by me. I'm just afraid. I'm afraid to live stream the phone call. I'm afraid to put the phone to the microphone because when I did that, they put me in the hole for 5 days. And it was some of the worst. It was the worst experience I've ever had. I'm still going through the PTSD from what I saw and what I witnessed right before I went to court. He can call TY. Just the question is he going to get thrown in the hole? Because there are bad actors who will certainly contact the dungeon and tell him that he's on a live stream. I'm with you, Alaska Audits. I don't. Hey TY, tell him to call me when I'm not live streaming. They put him in the hole, man, and it's. The 15 minutes of the phone call, if they don't cut the phone off completely, there are bad actors who will inform the jail and they will put him in a hole. I'm almost ready to tell you guys why I was crying in court. I'm not ready yet, but I'm almost ready to tell you. It's just really hard to talk about. And I
Man, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon.
When was that?
Man, that was got into it with some gang members. Man, a community activist came down into the neighborhood after making some threats. Pointed a gun at him, man. So to get him to leave the property, they went back and called the police on me. So I haven't been indicted yet. So.
Okay. Well, all right, man. Hopefully it works out for you. Okay, dude.
Yes, sir.
What about drug use?
No drug use.
No drug use. Not even marijuana.
Yeah, I smoke marijuana.
You ever smoke in the car?
Last night.
Last night?
Yeah, last night.
You know if there's anything in there right now? So don't dig, dude. I'm just asking.
I mean, for the love of all that is holy, this man is making mistake after mistake after mistake. If you don't have your license, registration, and proof of insurance, then I still recommend that you use the trifold that you have on your visor. You should have your license, registration, and proof of insurance all put together on a laminated card. And you get this on deletelaws.com. You should have your stuff all put together. But don't you always, Melisa got it. Thank you, Melisa, for putting that in there. You always, always, always 100% of the time, when you are pulled over by the copper, you go to touchdown position. Phone over here, filming you so we can see your face. License, registration, proof of insurance, trifold here. If you don't have anything, that's cool. Say you don't have your license, say you don't have your insurance, say you don't have your registration, say you have none of them. Cool. Trifold goes in your left hand without your license, registration, proof of insurance. Phone goes in the right hand so that you can film what's going on. My baby niece. And you this is how you talk to cops, because this man could have got shot, Philando Castile. This is how you sit, just like this. Elbow right there on the seat, elbow in the seal, right there. I'm sorry, I don't have my driver's license, officer. And I swear I'm going to make a new video. I'm just waiting for my buddy with the cop suit to come over, and we're going to produce a whole new video on how to use your trifold, a clean version so that you can show your kids and your grandkids and your family members and your friends, and they're not going to get turned off by the language. So I'm going to make a new one, but Melissa got it. You got to go right here. That's why I put the broccoli wad rubber band in there. If I give it to you for free, you got to get your own rubber band. Otherwise, I can't ship it to you for free because I got to pay for that $11 shipping and handling. But I'll give a bunch of trifolds away at the end of this live stream, so stick around. Thanks, Melissa, for pointing out the facts. He's talking way too much.
Yeah, little guy. That's it?
That's it, man.
That's all you have?
All I got, man.
All right, man, fair enough. Let me check on a few things, and I'll be right back with you, okay? That's a good driver's license number, right? And it's going to come back to that address? All right, bud. Give me 1 sec. I'll be right back with you. So, dude, smell like a little bit of weed, a lot of air freshener.
I'm more than willing to take the chance, Ty. I'm more than willing. If he wants to call me, I got my phone in my hand and I'm looking at it. It won't ring, but I'll just keep my eye on it. And if he's going to call me, I'll take his phone call. I don't want to get him in trouble. I don't want to get him hurt. You know, shout out to New York State Audits. Yeah, I went in their chat earlier today. Great guy. I got my trifold, my pocket constitution on my visor. Yeah. Angie, stick around at the end. I only give away free ones at the end of the live stream. I have to say your name out loud because people will send me emails later and say, oh, I saw your stream and I wanted to get a free trifold. I only give away free ones at the end of the live stream. And I read them off, and everybody should have gotten their, Levi should have gotten his cop cards by now. Everybody should have gotten their stuff by now. So this guy's talking way too much. He has to have a trifold. I want somebody needs to buy a trifold. If someone can go to deletelaws.com and buy a trifold so that I can give a free one to Angie. Angie, you need to email me your full mailing address. Put it perfect so I can just copy and paste it. Angie Corrigan, 123 Main. I got a phone call. 1 second. 1 second. I got a phone call. I missed his call. Tell him to call me again. I missed his call. Tell him to call me again. Pretty please with sugar and cherries on top. I missed his call. Tell him to call me again. I missed his call. Damn it. Damn it. I hope he calls me back. Can he call me back, Ty? Can he call me back? I just missed his phone call. I think he's recording a voicemail. My silence is off. We're waiting on a phone call from Craig Hendry right now. I can't call the number back. I just missed his phone call. I just missed his phone call. So I hope I can get him back. I better keep looking at my phone. Cops are 5150. I need a couple people to buy one. I need a couple people to buy one so I can give some away for free. And I'll still give some away for free, whether people buy them or not. But I would appreciate it if people could buy a couple so I could give a couple away. I'm just waiting on Craig's phone call right now. I'm going to keep looking at this, and I'll keep staring at my phone, and let's play a little bit more of this video of this guy who talks too much.
Figured I'd ask. He says he's been arrested for ag assault with deadly weapon, Fort Worth. He's still under charges for that. So just FYI. We don't know you're here. But you know.
Got it.
To accept this call, dial 1 now. To reject this call, dial 2 now. Your call has been accepted.
Hello?
Craig, how are you, buddy? Chili.
Hey, Chili. Hey, man. I'm doing as good as I can in this place. You know, I'm
Oh, I
hanging
know.
right in there, man.
I know. I don't know what happened exactly. I got a little bit of an update from you that they're charging you with a felony for something, and I'm not really sure. Someone put in the chat Craig Hendry on the phone so I can put it on the screen, please. So I just want to make sure you're okay, man. And what's your inmate number?
My inmate number is long. It's 16875844. And
16875844. Is that correct?
that's right, yes. And I'm in Vermilion County,
16875844, Vermilion County. And what's the proper mailing address to send you a letter?
To be honest, I don't know the proper mailing address. I've not asked. I know that I could explain a little bit in a very, very short and sweet thing about what happened if you have a little time. As you know, I don't have too much money on the phone, so I can only talk for just a little bit.
The floor is yours.
Well, okay, so I went to court on the 16th of October in Vermilion County, and when we went into court, we were bamboozled. The judge said, the first thing he said was, I see here that Mr. Hendry has a sealed warrant for his arrest, a felony warrant for his arrest out of Sullivan County, Indiana. And he said, the new charges are a felony intimidation, a misdemeanor for disorderly conduct, and a misdemeanor for a 25-foot law violation, which was just ruled unconstitutional, but they have a second law that's a 25-foot law, so they charged me with it since the first one got ruled unconstitutional. And so they're just going all outside, and it's been 7 or 8 days since I've been in here now. Well, I don't know how many days. I got in here the 16th. This is the 23rd now, and they still haven't unsealed the charges. I mean, nobody even is able to see the charges. I've seen them because I was served with a warrant. But anyways, at court, the judge said that, he was going to revoke my bond, and then he revoked my bond until trial. So I am in here in Vermilion County, Indiana, until trial, which is on November 19th, 20th, and 21st. Those are the 3 days we're scheduled. We've got a jury trial set, and so there's really nothing I can do, nothing anybody can do to get me out. I don't have a bond.
Scrub, get the whole address, Vermilion County plus his inmate number.
This is what they do to people who speak out against them. But
oh, I know, buddy. I know that.
I know you know.
I know. I know, brother. I know. I understand. Yes. I'm starting a whole new channel called First Amendment Auditor, where I'm teaching people how to audit, because I sat in that dungeon for months and just sat there and thought, how could we do this and make it a little more professional and make sure that our people don't keep getting snatched up? And so what's the intimidation charge? Who are they saying that you intimidated?
Well, the thing is they haven't shown me a probable cause affidavit yet, so I don't even know what they're alleging. I just know that they're alleging that I intimidated somebody, and they're alleging that I intimidated them a day after I got charged with the 25-foot law and the disorderly conduct. So there's a day discrepancy, but I haven't seen the probable cause. Nobody will show it to me. So I don't know exactly what they're alleging, and it's just ridiculous. It's so secret. They won't let anybody know. But Chili, I'll tell you, I've got to save this money on the phone, brother. Thank you so much for helping me.
What are you talking about? I'll put money on your books. You don't got to go. Use your time, man. Use as many minutes as you can. I'll put more money on your books tomorrow. I promise you.
Thank you.
I will not let you go without money on your books, brother. I will not let it happen. I'm so far down financially. I'm so broke I can't pay attention. I don't care. I'll still make sure there's money on your books. I'll make sure there's money on your books. I will.
Thank you.
No matter what.
Thank you very much.
You will not go without commissary as long as I live and breathe.
Thank you. And I'll tell you, I've got to thank my family and my loved ones for that. They've been helping me out with it. I haven't been eating the slop that these people have been feeding me. They were low enough to kidnap me, and I don't know what they're low enough to feed me. I don't want to risk it.
Does this sound somewhat correct? Craig Hendry, Vermilion County Sheriff's 16875844 1888 South State Road 63, Hilldale, Indiana 47854. Does that sound kind of right?
That is spot on correct.
Okay, so this is the mailing address. And do you use jail ATM for people to put money on your commissary and on your books?
Yes, it's jailatm.com. Yes.
Got it. Okay, and what I'm going to do, Craig, I'm going to send you a couple books from Amazon that people sent to me when I was in jail that helped me a whole bunch. Have you read Atlas Shrugged?
I have not, but I'll tell you, I was thinking about that in my room. Ayn Rand, I need that. Oh, I need to read it. Thank you. So if you'd send that to me, I'd be so
I'm going to
grateful.
buy it on Amazon tonight, and I'm going to send it to you.
Thank you so much.
Somebody in the chat here tonight sent me that book when I was in jail. Thank you. You know who you are. God bless you. I love you. And it changed the way I think. And then I read Fountainhead, and then I read Virtues of Selfishness by Ayn Rand, and I got out of jail, and I did exactly the opposite. I started giving away my trifolds, cut the price in half, almost lost my business manager, because I got to get these trifolds in every car in America. I absolutely have to. Hey, Aaron, the hoodies run kind of small. Double XL will fit you good, man. They run a little small. Go ahead, Craig.
I was going to say, Chili, I am so thankful that you're even paying attention to this, man. I know that you do great things for it, but you've helped me out so much in the past. I know you helped me out get my case dismissed. I just wanted to say that for anybody who's doubting that this stuff is absolutely nonsensical, Chili just helped me beat a case in Kentucky. We beat that, and then since we've beaten that case, I've beaten 2 more cases. One of them was a felony case. And it just proves, it reinforces time and time again that these people will stop at nothing. Even if they're proven wrong, time and time again, they'll just keep kidnapping me. And of course, the time, I'm able to laugh and I'm able to smile. But the time is so tough, really, because I'm away from my little boy and my little girl and my girlfriend, man. I love those people. This is time I'm never going to get back. And they keep doing this to me. When they brought me in here, they offered me a plea deal. They said, if you sign this right now, you don't even go to jail. And I couldn't even look at them, man.
Right.
I'm sick about it.
Hey, listen, compromise your morals, your principles, and your ethics. Just sign here and you get to go. Just sign here.
That's it.
Sign here for everything that you don't stand for. Just say you're a total fraud. Go ahead, and then we'll let you go. That's what they did to you.
Exactly what they wanted me to do.
Do you have a PayPal?
I do have a PayPal. It is Craig Hendry. Oh, hold on. No, it's Hendry, Hendry, 18. Tyler knows it.
Okay, Ty can put it in the chat. He does have, Craig, just so you know, I never ever put out anybody else's PayPal, Venmo, or Cash App because I never know what's really going to happen with that. But you are one of the exceptions because you are a true freedom fighter. And I don't care if whatever goes in your PayPal, God bless you, man. Because a lot of times, you know how it is. People are, it can kind of go sideways. But I'll put your PayPal, your Venmo, your Cash App out there for other people to make sure that you can.
Thank you.
Yeah, and then I'll put some money on your books myself. I may have my friend Danelle Brown because she already has a jail ATM account because every 2 weeks in jail, Danelle put money on my books. And so since she already has an account, I'll just, if it's okay with you, Danelle, we put so far either, I can't remember if it's 160 or 200 on Dawn's account so far. So we will. And the rest of you, Team DLZ, you guys can send me Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal. Put Craig Hendry on there, and I'll send it straight through to him on his commissary or on his books, or buy you books and send you out those books. You absolutely have to read Atlas Shrugged while you have the time to sit there and read 1,200 pages. It's.
I look forward to discussing it when I get out with you. And I'll tell you, Chili, I look at you, man, as an example. You sat in jail for 6 months. Almost 6 months.
Yeah.
For 4 months, and you stayed strong, man. And I'll tell you, I don't care how long they keep me in here. I don't care if they continue this trial. I am not folding. Me and my family have talked. My family's in this with me 100%. I'm staying strong. I'm standing on what is right. I'm not standing on anything to be a badass. I'm standing on what is right because I have to look at myself in the mirror. And I really appreciate all your help, man. And I got to say, I appreciate Tyler's help. I appreciate Erica's help. It's my girlfriend.
Every time you go to jail, you got a team of people that stand strong with you. That was the ironic part of your voice message. Every time I go to jail, I have these people who are soldiers for me. And that, to me, when I heard that last night, it just riveted me right in the throat. Like, every time you've got, how many people have you assaulted in the streets? How many cops have you punched or kicked?
None.
Mm-hmm.
None.
Yeah.
None. And I've always stayed peaceful with my activism, and it's very, very, I don't know, man. It seems almost like, I'll tell you, a book that my dad is sending me, and I'm going to have time to read all of it, because after this county, I've got to go to Sullivan County. And after that county, I've got to go to Greene County. And it's the book 1984 by George Orwell. And I haven't read the book, but I feel like I'm living in an Orwellian society, because the people who do wrong continuously keep getting rewarded with these hefty salaries. And the people who don't do anything at all, they just keep getting punished and kicked and thrown in cages. I don't know what to make of it, besides it's wrong.
You're being cheated because you're standing up to the government. I'm not sure if you covered the Dawn Newman story or knew about Dawn Newman in Utah before they put you in that dungeon, but she's the one who covered the cop covered the Ring camera, and she said, "Take your fucking hand off my Ring camera." You remember? I'm not sure if you remember that one or not, but
I don't. I've not seen that.
they charged her with 19 misdemeanors and a felony out of Arizona, and she's not hurt a single person. All she did was she took in 4 kids and raised them for 6 years, and then her allegedly drug addict sister got out of the dungeon and then wanted her kids back, so started sabotaging her. So.
Oh my goodness, and we see it time and time again. Something that's on the news every day in here is Sonia Massey and what they did to her.
Yeah.
And we both know what they did to her. It's criminal what they do, man. It's absolutely criminal.
Do you know Bob Lee Swagger?
I don't think I recognize the name. No, I know I've got a lot of support. I got a lot of people that I see in the comments, but the YouTube handles sometimes escape me.
Sure. Yeah. But I just, a lot of support coming through the chat right now. A lot of support and a lot of people sharing their love right now. A lot of people saying Craig Hendry's a freedom fighter. Craig Hendry is the real deal. And you got a lot of support out here, and anybody who stands up to the cops, Craig, anybody, and this is part of the reason why I'm starting a new channel called First Amendment Auditor, because I'm going to teach people how to be nice as apple pie. And at the same time, last night I did an audit. 2 nights ago, I did an audit, and they had the guy in the car, and the guy was begging not to go to jail. And I was standing right there filming, right? And then the cop pulled him out of the car, took him out of the torture cuffs, and let him go. And I don't think there was.
This call will be terminated in 2 minutes.
We got 2 minutes left, Craig. I will send money on your books tonight. I will put money on your books tonight so that you for sure can make more phone calls tonight or tomorrow, okay? So you don't have to worry about it, all right? I'll get at least $50 put on your book tonight. Okay?
Thank you so much. And Chili, Ty has my chirp number. Please text me. And if you have anything to ask, if you ever want to talk to me, please text me. Let me know. I'll give you a call, brother. Because anything to get me out of this place in my head. You know what I mean? Anything to get me from. It's torture, man.
Well,
torture.
People don't know that Hendry and I can talk on the phone for hours at a time about
literally hours.
Yeah. About the Constitution, about the Bill of Rights, about founding fathers, about history, about the Organic Act, you name it. We can just sit and back and forth and back and forth. We got to go, dude, we've been on the phone for 2 hours. I got to get off this phone now.
This call will be terminated in 1 minute.
It is always like that when we're on the phone. Chili's always cutting me. Hey, we've been on the phone for about 2 hours now. I got to go. But the guy's busy. You can't blame him.
Well,
Chili, before they cut us off, brother, thank you so much for this. Thank you so much. And thank you to everybody on Team DLZ for being here for me, for supporting me. I really appreciate this.
I've got your address up on the screen. People are going to send. Remember, you can't send him a book you have to send him a book from Amazon. You have to order the book from Amazon. I can't just send him the Atlas Shrugged that one of y'all sent to me. I have to send him a book from Amazon. So you're going to get some letters and you're going to get some books and you're going to put some money on your books, Craig. Okay?
Thank you. And the books have to be soft cover, just so everybody knows. But thank you so much.
Okay. Love you, buddy. Stay strong. We're with you.
Hey, much love, brother. Much love. Take care.
Bye, Hendry. while I'm sitting here right now on the phone, I'm going to send over to Danelle Brown. Danelle, I'm sorry to ask you to do things for me, but I'm going to send right now $55 to you. That's $50 plus the fee for Craig Hendry. Danelle Brown, I'm sending you right now $55, and this is Hendry donation. There it is right there. And this is a friends and family donation. And I'm sending that right now to Danelle Brown so that there it is. There it is. $55 sent just now to for Craig Hendry's book so that he can make some more phone calls. God bless you guys, man. God bless you. God bless all of you for being here. And we don't stop. 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 Under any circumstances, under any conditions, we do not stop. If you guys want to donate, you can send me any amount of money you want. You can put Hendry on it. You can put Dawn on it. You can put Chili on it. You can put anything you want. I will distribute your money as you want me to distribute it. That's all I have to do is just do things properly. So I'll do it. And I'm not going to let somebody sit in a dungeon and rot. I'm not going to do it. You know, before I went to jail, and someone asked me about Jason Dollarhide today, before I went to jail, I think I told you guys, maybe I did tell you, I told you after the fact, I had donated $100 every single week to Jason Dollarhide, and there was no money coming in for Dollarhide, but we were doing well on TRIFOLDS. We were selling a lot of TRIFOLDS, and so I was paying that forward. For Press with Ranker's attorney, I put in $8,000 myself, liquid cash. My partner up in the north, he put in $5,000 plus half of his suit, which was another $250 that we both put in. You don't take any money with you when you die. You're not gonna take any money with you. So it's like all we can do is help the people we can help. We're gonna help Dawn Newman right now, and we know she has money on her books because I know we are at least. I gotta check the receipts. I think we're at 150 or 160. And then I still have 210 in the kitty for Dawn. And I'll start a little kitty cat for Craig Hendry as well. Oh, no. I mean, listen, so CBC said he wishes he had $400 money for food every month. Yeah, I was doing pretty good before I went to jail, and I was doing the best I could to pay it forward for people. And that's that. And what's the matter? You said he's taking his money with him. Okay, since we're on the jail shot, since we're, and by the way, you guys don't get caught in this situation that this guy got caught in.
I'm here.
Not much, man. What's
Mr.
up?
White had a little bit of weed in there. He said he's been arrested for ag assault with deadly weapon. He's still facing the charges. So we'll get him out in a sec. And
Okay.
search the car. I'm just trying to run this vehicle.
Cool.
I see your comment, Greg. I'll look into it right now.
Just go up, pull him out. Search him.
All right.
Hold on, you got to call Sean. I just got pulled over by the police. Okay, I got on the other line.
All right, Mr. White, you mind putting that down for now? So here's the deal, man. Since you got that little bit of weed on you, I got to search the car and your person, okay? Is there anything else illegal inside the car?
Murder gloves. He's got on the murder gloves, people.
I got a little 25 on.
Okay, where's it on you? Okay, we'll just leave it there for now, all right? Anything on your person?
What's up?
All right, go ahead and drop the phone.
Okay. Oh, baby, I got to drop the phone. Man, can I get my daughter situated while y'all do?
Not yet, man. Okay. Where's your daughter at?
Oh, she's at the school.
All right, yeah, not right now, okay? Let's deal with you.
Okay.
Go ahead and drop your stuff.
Oh, can I put this in the car?
We'll just leave it up here, okay? Want to hop out for me?
I got a knife in my pocket.
Okay. I'm just going to detain you for now. All right. You're not under arrest or anything else.
It's just his pocket knife?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Anything else on you, buddy?
Okay.
No, sir. That's it.
$70 just came in just now from Melisa and Freeman. They just sent in $70. So they just covered the $50 donation that I put in plus another 20. So we're going to put a little bit more. I'll put the rest of this on Craig Hendry's books and we'll get it done in the next 24 hours. Thank you. Thank you very much for donating for Craig Henry.
35. You cannot push. You said a can of mace?
Yes, sir.
Where's that mace at? All right, buddy, I'm just going to put it in the bag so I don't lose any of your stuff, okay?
Yes, sir. That's not illegal, is it?
No, it's not. 10-4, thanks. I want to make sure everything's out of your pockets, man, and then we'll go from there, okay?
I understand you guys' job, sir. Yes, sir.
Play so prepared, man.
Oh, man, I got a lot of threats, man. I went viral. I walked into the police department, man, after I do a lot of community work. And I went to the police department, man. A lot of killings going on in the city. Spoke out against the Crips and the Bloods. So somebody did a viral video of me saying that I snitched on the Crips and the Bloods and all across the country. So I've been getting a lot of death threats, man, on my life.
Where are you from?
I'm from Fort Worth.
Okay.
And my daughter goes to school right up here at the school up here, man.
Okay.
So I'm just,
As long as they talk real nice, as long as they talk real nice, what they're doing to you is not despotism. What they're doing to you is not inhumane and barbaric. What are we talking about right now? We're talking about a plant. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about a plant, and they're turning his whole world upside down. Remember, his daughter is waiting at the school. He said, "Can I get my daughter situated?" They're leaving the little girl at the school right now. Over what? Over what? And why? And how come?
just come and pick her up, just drop my son off at work. I run a community center out there in Fort Worth called Hype About Hype Youth Outreach. So I do a lot of work in the community, man, stand against a lot of gang violence. So I get a lot of threats upon my life, man. So
That's good, man.
I've got over 100 threats, man, over the last. I just had to go to the police department and make some threats. So against the Harvey Street Crips, the Fort Trey Gangster Crips, the Paru Blood. So.
So you're out here trying to do good, and they're threatening you.
Man, my biggest, and then I embrace the police department. So I do a lot of community work on, advocating for. Advocating for, better relations with us with the police department, man. And so my message is, my greatest threat when I walk out of this door isn't a police officer that's looking to do me any harm. It's not a Klansman. It's another black guy that looks like me. So I speak out against the black on black violence.
You join my party? Yeah, just grab a seat right there, man, if you want.
Yeah, man. So of course I get called a coon. I get called a sellout. So if you let me show you on my phone, man, I can show you. I went. It's over 500,000 views, man, of me saying I'm tired of the gang violence. They're giving the kids drugs. They're giving kids guns. So man, my life's in danger.
What's this?
Man, he's talking way too much. Do you guys still hear an echo on this microphone? Are you hearing an echo? Please let me know. I'm in a great big studio. This place is really big, the place that I'm in. So let me know if the sound is 5x5. Yeah, Aaron, you're exactly correct, Aaron. He's just talking, just talking way too much. He's just talking and talking. Let me know if the echo, there's a little bit of echo. I'm working on this bad chicken. I think maybe I'm gonna, there you go, like this. Is that any better? Is that any better? Yeah. Okay, I just want to make sure that you guys can hear me all right, because I listened back to a live stream the other day. Yeah, it's room echo. I'm gonna get this dialed in, but I just got here. So I just moved into this place. Listen, even if you don't have your license, registration, and proof of insurance put together, you can still say, respectfully, officer, I'm going to invoke my Fifth Amendment right, use this as a guide, still go to touchdown position, and then make sure that You then remember, stay as polite as you can. I really think I gave a lot of bad examples. I really think that I did. And I can't take it back. I can't take it back. Thanks, Freeman, for the donation for Craig. I'll make sure that he gets that. And I feel like I gave a lot of bad examples. And get your trifold so that you don't talk too much. You can do it respectfully. Let me show you guys something that happened last night, night before last, 2 nights ago. And this video, I haven't put this video out yet. Nobody has seen this video. So I'm going to show you something that worked super, super well. I'm showing you this video here because I don't want you guys to talk to police. You know, I want you to plead the fifth, but then do it respectfully and say, I don't have my driver's license, officer, but I'll give you my name because the judge is going to hear it later. I'm going to play a couple minutes of this. This audit lasted 40 minutes. We had a long back and forth after the pullover was ended. And I want you guys to see this because let me show you how it worked when I have been polite as apple pie to these cops. And I want to show you a little bit of this. This is not listed yet. So right now, that guy is absolutely begging that cop not to take him to jail because contrary to what Miss Zimmerman said when she sentenced me to jail, I have no desire to be arrested. And I think that no person has a desire to be arrested. And so when you're in the torture cuffs in that cage behind the back of the seats, I had been nothing but polite to these police. And watch what happens. The driver and the passenger, which completely crowd your legs. Oh my God. Oh my God, he's taking the cuffs off. He's taking the cuffs off.
Go ahead and go park up the street. Okay, go ahead. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Of course. Keep doing what you do, brother.
Thanks.
I'm glad you got out.
Thank you. Look how the cops have their back to me. I came up polite. I was respectful. I was calm. I was cordial. They have their backs to me right now. Think about that. I'm 5 feet away. Hello, Cliff. Hey, brother. How you doing?
How you doing?
I'm good. Yeah, it's been a minute.
Was it a couple weeks already? We talked to you last.
I think it was 2 weeks ago, maybe.
It was like 2-3 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago. Yeah. What's your name, man? Bobayan. What's up, Bobayan? You live in the West Hollywood dream, huh? I'm Chili. Bobayan. Oh, because you were there too.
I don't know.
They had the easy job tonight. Yeah, I remember seeing you. That's right. I caught you on we call you pigtails.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's cool.
We call you pigtails on the internet.
That's fine.
You know, but listen, as long as you're not an actual pigtail, then we're gonna judge you based on how you do it. You know what I mean?
Funny.
So what was the determining factor in deciding you're gonna let him go on?
Oh, what do you mean let him go on?
Well, because it's officer discretion 100% of the time.
Yeah, I did have officer discretion on what I did.
Yeah.
It looked like he lived in his car and like a lot going on. I don't want to tow his car. We just had a lot of things. I could. I don't want to.
Right.
We have the right to.
Yeah, I had the right to. He was cool with me. You could tell like he had a bunch of stuff, like he's moving on and stuff. I mean, he was cool at the end of the day. So
I just think.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're cool.
Can you see the genuine joy when I hear that he's not going to have his car towed and he's not going to go to jail? You can see the joy bursting out of my face.
So I just think.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're cool with me, if you're cool, if you don't show me a problem, like I could be lenient and be what they call is spirit of the law and like on my discretion.
Yes.
Unless going the other route, which is like letter of the law, and just like enforce like the expired reg and all expired registration.
Yeah.
Over 6 months you could tow, which I could have, but
But he lives in his car.
You didn't say no. He's staying at a hotel. He's staying
All this stuff is in his car. You see that?
Yeah, all this stuff.
All this stuff's in his car. Like he's going through it.
I mean, he was cool with me. If he wasn't cool with me, maybe I would tow his car. Who knows?
Let me show you the beginning of this. Let me show you, since I've changed, and just so you guys know, I have not been posting my audits because I'm starting a new channel called First Amendment Auditor. So I've been stacking up audits so that I can have a channel, something to start a new channel with. But let me show you, Cliff Williams is going through the chat. Wyatt Elder's in here. Good to see you, Wyatt. How are you? Wyatt, I agree with you there. But I want to show you the beginning of this. I'm not going to show much more than a minute or two of this because this is a full audit. And so I want to show you the beginning of this, how I approached and the way in which the cops are treating me, because they already know that I'm not a danger and I'm not hostile to them in any way.
Hey.
What's up, brother? How you doing? You good?
Good. How are you?
Good to see you, good brother.
Sorry.
You good?
I got both.
Just give me a second, brother. Let me just deal with something
Sure,
real quick. And I'll
sure.
talk to you
Go
after.
ahead. Go
You know,
ahead.
you're cool with us. We'll talk to you after in a second.
Okay, cool. Thanks. So it's I kind of have a different relationship with the cops here in Los Angeles than I do in because everybody's for law and order. Everybody's for a society that's based on law and order. What we're not.
Listen to this, and you guys tell me, can you equate with me? You're going to hear this man arguing to not be arrested and not to impound his car. Now, the direct correlation between the camera being behind Bobayan and there's no camera behind Bobayan, you filming the police makes the police change their course of action, because Bobayan, he doesn't want to look like a jerk in front of thousands of people who will watch this video. So listen to this man literally beg for his life as nobody wants to go to the dungeon, and then correlate that with him being released shortly. Listen closely.
Based on is brutality.
But you know what? You want to throw your fucking ego around and trick on me for no reason. I was nice to you. I rolled down the windows. I talked about the cigarette. City was going to tow it, and I paid $277 to stop it. You're talking about that? You're talking about that city? That was the cigarette this morning. Yeah, $277. No, man. There was 6 in that car. All my daughters, all our street, were fucking nuts. Three people fucking home. Fucking target. They're searching for what reason? There's no reason. I'm not having nothing. I'm not trouble nothing. I'm nice to you. I'm fucking drunk, bro. I have a daughter. I'm fucking good against the rule 131. My daughter and my wife there right now. You just fucking you literally make my life miserable for no reason. You're just doing it.
So now, because I was hearing the conversation, Babayan is going to switch sides of the car and talk to him on the other side. I get the hint. I understand that Bobayan has left that side of the car so that he can go and speak with him privately. Now, I'm not abrasive at all. And I think that because the camera was there and I wasn't being abrasive at all, I think that the combination of those things got this man set free. That's what I think. No license plates?
No. Yes, I have a license plate.
Any warrants?
That I don't. I just have to.
Does he have any warrants?
I'm assuming he does.
You think that he does because they're taking him? No plates. On the front or the back. So, as I was saying before, I was so rudely interrupted with having to do a First Amendment audit. Everybody wants law and order. Of course, we all want to live by a rule of law. What we don't want, though, is that law to be dispensed in a cruel and inhumane way. And what's the matter, you? You must be in my head because listen carefully. No matter what kind of relationship I have with the police, it doesn't change the fact that they have a man in a cage in handcuffs. And let's be clear, because he doesn't have license plates. Think about that. Think about that for a second. You see what I'm saying? So it doesn't change the nature of law enforcing. The nature of enforcing laws on people still equates to this gentleman being put in torture cuffs, and then he's got everything he owns. This audit is fantastic. The conversation that I have with these cops for 25 minutes straight is fantastic. It really is one of the most honest, and I hope that Ramirez and Bobayan, I hope that you guys reach out to me as I will come down and reach out to you, and that we work together on changing these torture cuffs because they got to go. They absolutely have to go. They got to go. And it doesn't change. Like what's the matter? You said they're still arresting him for license plates. I'm already with you, brother. I'm already with you, man. I feel it. I feel it. Mikey B is here. Mikey B, good to see you, Mikey. I'm so happy that you made it. Rights On is in here. Good to see you, Rights On. Ryut Serious Audits, Kevin Brzezinski. Delete Laws, teamdlz.com is up, and you guys can see what I'm doing in the studio tomorrow. I'll have my first video up there as far as the progress of the studio tomorrow and exactly what we're doing tomorrow. Nice to see you, Joe. Thanks for coming. As usual, April. And now there's one less. So we shall proceed. We shall proceed. You got me by 8 years, Jeff. You got me by 8 years. Thanks for coming, brother. Really super appreciate it. And so I think it's a good time to share this one. And then after this, we're going to listen to an update from Don Newman.
For a Blue Island police officer following an alleged road rage. Charges are expected for a Blue Island police officer following an alleged road rage incident Saturday night.
WGN's Brona Tumulty joins us now with the latest, Brona.
Good evening, guys. We're not naming that officer involved, at least not yet, as he has not currently been charged with anything. It is expected, though, that that could change. Sources tell us yesterday evening around 5 o'clock, there was an off-duty Chicago police officer who is currently on maternity leave in the passenger seat of a GMC near 47th and Halstead. Now, that vehicle was involved in a minor collision with another vehicle believed to be the result of a road rage incident. The other vehicle was a Toyota driven by a 47-year-old off-duty Blue Island police officer. Now, he was the sole occupant of that car. Sources tell us after the collision, the Blue Island officer allegedly drove up next to the GMC, drew out a weapon and fired once, striking that vehicle on the passenger side with the bullet ricocheting off the windshield. Now, it's alleged the vehicles then pursued each other for a couple of miles before both being pulled over by Illinois State Police near 54th and Wentworth, which is where the Blue Island officer was taken into custody.
Now, here's the thing. If you or I did something like this, there's a good chance that we could get shot. There's a good chance that we would be shot by the other police who respond to this incident of a road rage incident where one person is shooting at another person. So I'll let this finish because there's an update to this.
No one in the car in which the CPD officer was traveling in was injured. The Blue Island officer was taken to the University of Chicago Medical Center initially as he was complaining of chest pain. Again, we can't name anyone right now as charges have yet to be officially filed. Live in the newsroom.
First, breaking news at 6 in a case of road rage between two off-duty police officers that ended in gunfire.
A Blue Island officer is accused of firing at least one shot at an off-duty Chicago police officer. Within the past 15 minutes, we got some new information on that suburban officer. Our investigator, Megan Hickey, is in the newsroom. Megan?
Right, Joe and Erica. In a surprising turn, we just heard from the Chicago Police Department that the Blue Island officer who was being held in custody has just been released without being charged.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. What did she just say? I'm so sorry. Sign up for Team DLZ so that you guys can chat with each other even when I'm not live. I've created a website so that you guys can stay connected. Now, listen to what this reporter says right here. One man pulled out a gun and fired it at another man. And listen.
In a surprising turn, we just heard from the Chicago Police Department that the Blue Island officer who was being held in custody has just been released without being charged.
So if you're a cop, you get to shoot at people on the roads? Is that what you're talking about? And so this goes to Officer Ramirez and Officer Bobayan, who I spoke with last night, who said, well, we don't know what you're talking about. And I said, it happens all over the country where scumbag pigs get away with crimes against us, against society. And that conversation, wait till you guys hear the whole conversation. Now they release this pig without any sort of charges. How do you pull a firearm out and shoot at another person and then you get released with no charges? How is that a thing? How is that a thing? We're supposed to live under a social contract. Sacramento Lenny, we're supposed to live under a social contract that we all agree to adhere to a certain rule of law. We are the willingly governed body. We are the sovereign. We are the power. But yet when you see a cop who pulls out a gun and shoots at another cop, and then there are no charges filed against him, that is pathetic. That means that the cop is the sovereign and we are all peons. We are the sovereign. The sovereign means the power. And we can't be the power if the rule of law is not applicable to every single person. This got me pissed off.
Blue Island City Administrator confirmed to me this afternoon that the officer who was taken into custody was one of their own. He is a part-time employee and at last check was on administrative leave pending the outcome of this investigation. The road rage incident happened here in the Back of the Yards neighborhood around 5 p.m. Saturday night. The 47-year-old off-duty Blue Island officer was in a vehicle in the 4700 block of South Halstead Street when he pulled out a gun and fired at least one shot toward another vehicle. It's unclear exactly what led up to that shot being fired, but police sources tell us an off-duty Chicago police officer was a passenger in the car that the Blue Island officer fired at. No one was injured in the shooting, and the Chicago police officer did not return fire. The Blue Island officer was taken into custody by Illinois State Police, and we were told charges were pending. That is until this new update from CPD that he'd been released. Today, Illinois State Police confirmed they assisted in this incident, but said Chicago Police is handling this investigation. The Civilian Office of Police Accountability confirmed they were notified about the incident, but as of this morning had not opened an investigation. We're not naming the officers involved as no one has been charged at this time. And in Illinois, an adult can be held in police custody for 48 hours before being charged. Otherwise, the defendant must be brought before a judge to determine if another 24 hours in custody is justified. The Blue Island officer's 48-hour window just expired around 5 p.m. tonight. In the newsroom, Megan Hickey, CBS News Chicago investigators.
Thank you, Megan.
Chicago investigators. And so this is nothing like Dave Biscobing at ABC 15 and Nicole Grigg at ABC 15. Is Erica or Nicole? Erica Grigg or Nicole Grigg? Those folks over there are doing a hell of a job. And do you guys remember when I went over to Arizona and I gave a speech in front of the Arizona Capitol building because it was SB 2932, Senate Bill 2932, where they were trying to make it so that they had a 20-foot rule around cops? Yeah. Well, I went and I gave a speech, and when I went into the Scottsdale Library, I was looking for Arizona Senator John Kavanaugh. And what's really ironic about the video that I'm going to share with you right now, I actually got, this is actually John Kavanaugh. This is the John Kavanaugh I was looking for. And listen to the amount of cops sucking. And this is about Tyrone McAlpine. I'm sorry, this one's not about Tyrone McAlpine, but I want to show you something.
For the past hour, you've heard a lot about Brady lists and how they're broken. But again, this is no longer about how, it's about why they're broken, still, after 60 years. To fix it, it comes down to two things: better oversight and transparency. So why hasn't it happened? Here you go. From Phoenix to Superior.
Do not fight us!
The everyday harm of Brady List officers is obvious, and so is the havoc they create.
You're under arrest!
We've interviewed a lot of top officials: the chief, county attorneys, board officials, lawmakers, and Republican Representative John Kavanaugh may be put it best.
Extremely pessimistic that any bill will ever get through.
Yeah. He's a cop trying to get a bill through for the cops.
I've been in the legislature for 14 years, and I can tell you, nobody wants to be told what to do.
Kavanaugh is a former cop from New York, and in recent years, he's explored legislation to seal body cameras. He doesn't think Brady List should be public record either, and he thinks more oversight is needed too, but to protect officers.
Nobody denies that the Brady List has to exist. There are a lot of unanswered questions about how to put this list together and due process procedures for cops.
Arizona
But he wants to hide the Brady List, John Kavanaugh does.
may be shifting politically, but at the state capitol, there's still a Republican majority on both sides.
First reading of bills.
And they've blocked installed legislation from police reform-minded lawmakers like Minority Leader Representative Reginald Bolden.
It's not anti-cop, it's about accountability. And the fact of the matter is there has been strong lobbying from police unions to push back on any type of police reform, even one that's just as simple as a disciplinary database. We do it for our teachers. We do it for our doctors. We do it for our lawyers. There's so many professions in which there are disciplinary databases And why shouldn't we do it with law enforcement officers?
But that was all
Hey, Jilly, how you doing? Good to see you.
before the summer of 2020 and the killing of
Oh, look at that. Just how do you do that to another person?
George Floyd. There's been protests across the country, including here in Phoenix. The Arizona Police Association released a list of proposed changes to benefit all.
We look forward to working with anyone who shares the same goals benefiting all parties in public safety, the police and the public they serve. The problem is the top of these guys suck.
All partners in public safety, the police and the...
Let's read the whole thing. Unlike many places around the world, the authority exercised by police in Arizona does not come from the top down. Yes, it does. Instead, it's granted by the people of the state in order to protect and serve them. No, it's not. While over the past 6 months, we've seen and heard a lot of disagreements about the details, support for two core principles has never wavered. Arizonians want public safety enhanced, and they want transparency faster. You can't get body cam footage in Arizona in under 1 year. We look forward to working with anybody who shares these same goals, benefiting all parties in public safety, the police and the public they serve. The fact that the job of public safety and transparency is never completed is an opportunity to avoid complacency and focus on continuous improvement. Our state has changed a great deal over the past 40 years, and policing must continue to change with it. In the past, as complex social problems emerged, all too often they were left to the police by default, without any consideration of the consequences, including to the officers. Oh, so it's the poor cops, huh? Get the hell out of here. For example, it doesn't really make sense to ask officers with limited training in mental health issues to respond to calls for help from the mentally ill or their families. Are police officers our best option for dealing with the homeless crisis? We would say no. I agree with that.
The public they serve. Changes like statewide ombudsman, an independent statewide police shooting investigation team, and a database of serious officer misconduct. And we'll see if they're true to their word soon enough.
I 100% plan on introducing legislation that will ensure that there is a peace officer database for disciplinary actions. The public deserves to know that.
Right. You guys remember, and this is a reaction video, so let me jump in and interrupt it so that I can react to what they're saying here. Following YouTube's rules, just like I'm going to tell you, make sure you get a mask and make sure you get vaccinated. Don't forget to get vaccinated, everybody. There's a new round of COVID coming out. Hurry. Run down to the doctor's office. Get your vaccination. I'm just staying within the boundaries of the World Health Organization. I'm advising my people to hurry and get your vaccination. Okay, so with that being said, you guys remember at LVMPD, I'm going to show an LVMPD video next. And an update on that case is we have a partial summary judgment against Las Vegas Metro Police Department for my first arrest. The second lawsuit, we're going to file this next week. I'll be hitting you guys up because we have to sue them again. I'm going to sue LVMPD again next week. But when I went to the Internal Affairs Division in Las Vegas to get answers about the complaint I had filed against Brendan Bork for wrongfully arresting me, they said, investigation's over, bye. And they kicked me right out and wouldn't give me any more answers. So what this guy is saying here about getting transparency for disciplinary records in Arizona would be absolutely huge.
Conduct.
Legislation that will ensure that there is a peace officer database for disciplinary actions. The public deserves to know that.
We first published a statewide database of all Arizona Brady List officers back in February. Then 8 months later, 1 month before the election, APAC, the official council of Arizona County Attorneys, released and touted their own, quote, statewide database.
Arizona is the first from an executive sort of collection of prosecutors saying, look, there needs to be a statewide list. We are the first group of prosecutors. So I do think we should get a little credit for that because nobody else has taken that step.
But remember, this video is 3 years old. The prosecutors had absolutely no problem prosecuting Tyrone McAlpine, the deaf man with cerebral palsy who was attacked by those pigs. And now they're saying, oh, give us credit. And then the disgusting, dishonorable Nick Saccone, the judge who should resign in Arizona, found probable cause. But these guys want you to give them credit.
APAC's list not actually statewide. Participation is not even mandatory. After 2 years of promises, at launch, 8 agencies participated out of 15 counties, plus the AG's office. Now here's our database. Open, searchable, downloadable, every county included. Here's theirs. You need to know an officer's first and last name. Can't see a full list, can't search agency or county. There's also no details about what the officers did. During the podcast interview, Maricopa County's Alistair Adele explained why.
That the public needs to know. At the same time, we don't want to jeopardize someone's employment rights or disparage them, libel, slander, all the rest of it.
Oh, right. Of course, you don't want to disparage, libel, or slander someone by making the record of them being a scumbag pig public. You wouldn't want someone in Maricopa County at the Goodyear Police Department to know the entire list of the pigs in that department. There could be some good police officers in that department. There might be some in there who don't abuse people. They still might use torture cuffs. That doesn't make you a good person, that's for sure. But we want the full list of every pig within the Goodyear Police Department. We don't want to have to search a database, but she's saying, oh, we don't want to disparage somebody, but I want to know if there's a pig at the Goodyear Police Department because my cousin lives in Goodyear and I don't want him calling the police so that you can send a jackboot thug pig who's on the Brady list over to his house. When he thinks he's getting help for his little girl, instead he's calling a pig into his environment. And as you know, pigs are the most invasive species on Earth. Once a pig infests your property, it's almost impossible to get them off.
County attorneys, police departments, and unions have downplayed the severity of what can land officers on Brady lists. The day before we published our database for the first time, a Phoenix union leader told lawmakers this.
The Brady list has been weaponized and turned into something that it is not. It is a list that has been referred to in the media as a bad cops list.
Oh, and look at all the pigs. Look at all the pigs. Look at all the pigs. Look at all those pigs, folks. We don't want the Brady list being exposed. It's been touted as a bad officer list. You mean pigs who lie on the stand? Pigs who cheat people? Pigs who abuse people? They shouldn't be exposed? And here is the brass. Remember we just talked about, we just read that little blurb from the Phoenix Police Department saying that we don't have a top-down system. Aren't these the old gray guys? Aren't those the old gray guys? They are, right? Those are the old grays who run everything. The policies created by those group of pigs right there.
Or a liars list. And there are multiple people on this list that don't fit either one of those categories.
But remember, we got Brady files for more than 100 active Phoenix officers. Their files show 84% on the list for dishonesty,
for lying
about sex on duty, lying about cases, lying about abuses of force. It's a lot of lying for officials to claim the Brady list is not a liar's list. It is. It's why Brady lists are important, why full disclosure is important, why they matter in big cities like Phoenix, and why they matter in small towns like Superior.
For how confident you can be those cases are even legitimate.
So my bias is, my default position is I believe the police.
You know exactly what's up.
I don't believe that they're going out of their way saying that I want to like.
Did he just say the same thing, that cop sucker? This is the prosecutor. This is the person who's supposed to be getting justice. And listen to what he says.
My bias is, my default position is I believe the police.
Whoa, I'm so sorry. Say it again.
Or even legitimate.
So my bias is, my default position is I believe the police.
My default position is I believe the police. Well, this video is 3 years old. So that means we know from Tyrone McAlpin that the same cop suckers on that cop sucking YouTube channel that I showed you, they just believe police too. Daniel, I sent you off a free trifold. Did you get it yet? I hope you got it. Anybody else in here that I sent a free trifold to? Did anybody else get a free trifold yet? I sent off 25 at least free trifolds the other day. So let me know if you guys got those trifolds in the mail.
You know exactly what's up.
I don't believe that they're going out of their way saying that I want to like somebody up today.
Put your hands on your back.
I want to bring somebody in. I want to meet somebody.
Oh, what? I'm so sorry. I hate to keep stopping this.
You know exactly what's up.
I don't believe that they're going out of their way saying that I want to like somebody up today.
He said he does not believe that police go out and say that they want to light somebody up today. Put a 1 in the chat if you think cops go out and they say, I want to light somebody up today. I know that tons of cops, one for me, they do exactly that. They do exactly that. Remember, you guys join teamdlz.com. I'm going to be putting most of my videos on teamdlz.com from now on. I'll still come here. I'll still do some live streams, some live audits from here. But I want you guys to join teamdlz.com because I don't want to support go get your vaccination. Hurry, hurry, hurry. The World Health Organization, YouTube's new policy is that if you say anything that goes against the World Health Organization, then your channel can be deleted. That's why I'm telling you now, hurry, go get your new round of, they have a new vaccination shot out now today. You can go get it. Hurry, run down there and get your vaccination shot as quick as you can. But what was the overall consensus? Did you guys believe that, put a 1 in the chat if you believe that cops, Lacey's here. Good to see you, Lacey. Kelly is here. Good to see you. Good to see you. Light you up in more than one way, said Claudette. Ralph Field said absolutely. April said yes. Go to squad meeting, you'll hear it. Nice to see you, Walter. He said it too. Defund the Blue Gang said, don't go against the World Health Organization. Don't do your own research. Just listen to what you're told by the government. And YouTube wants you to know that you have to say whatever the World Health Organization tells you to say. So go get your vaccination. Hurry.
Put your hands on your back.
I want to bring somebody in. I want to meet a non-existent quota or threshold.
Yes, this guy's such a clown. He's saying everything that's true. They have performance evaluations. They don't have quotas. Don't you know that? It's not about Grateful Dabs, the comments. The truth is the truth. Let it be known. PUREBLOOD. Right here. Right here. 100% PURE is me. So you guys can take that for what you want.
Over on your back, tease it. I'm trying to get over.
I don't believe our law enforcement officers are intentionally going out with an idea saying, man, I just want to shoot somebody. Man, I just want to tase somebody. Man, I just want to wrongfully arrest somebody.
Are you trespassing? You got permission to be here? Leave.
As we close, to be clear, our reporting is having an impact. But it shouldn't take our reporting for officials to put officers on Brady lists, to pull officers' licenses, to finally investigate cases they already knew about. So to be even more clear, here's where things stand. There still isn't a mandatory statewide Brady list. There still isn't mandatory reporting for Brady-level violations, not to the county attorney, not to the state board. There's still no real oversight, and there's still no real punishment when police and prosecutors hide cases, hide evidence, hide from accountability. And really, whether it's Brady or police brutality, the underlying issues are the same. There is a crisis of trust, and it's why our government officials must do better. Now, we named this project Full Disclosure for a reason, and we're serious about it. It's why ABC 15 has made our data and Brady files open and available to the public. We hope it sets an example for the lawmakers and newly elected county attorneys as they take office next year, because ignorance, arrogance, and indifference should not and cannot be the standard. I'm investigator Dave Biskobing. Thank you for watching.
Dave Biskobing, you're my absolute hero. My absolute hero. I absolutely love this guy. I love Channel 15 ABC. Channel 15 ABC with Miss Grigg and with Dave Biskobing. My hat's off to you. My hat's off to you. Jilly Vol is in the room, everybody. Kevin Brzezinski. I like to say that I'm a pure person. I'm very pure. I like to stay as pure as I can. I like to stay as pure as I possibly can, if you know what I mean. That's what I try to do, pure. And then what was that? What happens if you get cut? If you get cut on your arm, you get blood? That's right. That's right, blood. So if you put those two words together, then that's how I see myself, as pure with that second word, that when you get cut. Ha. Wow. What have I been saying for years and years? What have I been telling you? That police abuse these animals, that they abuse these animals so that they'll be mean and they don't have any control over them. And this video puts it all in a nice little basket for you. You can see plain as day, the dog didn't do what he wanted, so he abused the animal and he didn't have any control over that animal. You think I would ever do that to Charlie? Do you think, Charlie, where are you at? Are you around here, Charlie? Come here, Charlie. Could you imagine hitting your dog like that in the ear? He struck that dog in the ear. That was absolutely incredible. Incredible. Charlie, come here, boy. Let's watch it again. Let's watch it again. The dog attacks him as well. That's just crazy. Isn't that assault on a police officer? And this guy's going like, hey, you don't got to have the dog attack me. I'll give up. Wow. That's straight up assaulting an officer.
Yeah, I'm fine. People have been very vocal about the video they saw on social media. It shows an officer hit his canine. Now, the body camera video we got from DPD tells more of the story. Dayton police told us officers were chasing two teenagers who ran from a stolen car.
So if you're chasing two teenagers and they ran from a stolen car, you don't need to maim those boys for the rest of their life. The boys do not need to be maimed and ruined and destroyed over a stolen vehicle.
They were in. Video showed the canine run toward one suspect last week. The canine wound up biting the officer, twice on the legs and once on the hand. The canine ran around as the suspect stood with his hands up. Once the suspect was in handcuffs, video showed the officer get a hold of his dog.
That's not how you discipline an animal. That's ridiculous.
Dog looked up at the officer with its tongue sticking out.
Hey, hit me. Yeah, I'm fine.
The officer was treated for injuries. The canine was not hurt. Dayton police sent us a statement saying they appreciate the public's concern.
Oh, you appreciate our concern for animal abuse that we saw on camera? And by the way, that's just what we're seeing on camera. This is a reaction video. That's just what we're seeing on camera. That's not what he actually does to that animal when the camera's not on. That guy abuses that animal constantly. He has to abuse it to make it mean. Most dogs are not mean. Charlie, are you mean? Are you mean? Tell him, Charlie. Tell him. Tell him how mean you are. Tell him. Tell him how mean you are. Tell him. Tell him, Charlie. Arr, 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 arr. Tell him, Charlie. Tell him how cruel you are. Arr. Do you see? Dogs are not mean animals. No matter what I do to this dog, he will not bite me. He won't bite me because I don't abuse him. If you don't abuse an animal, no matter what you do, it won't bite you. Watch. I'll show you. No matter what I do to Charlie, he won't bite me because I don't abuse him. I could stick my fingers in his mouth, put my finger in here. He won't bite me. He just won't. He simply won't do it. He won't do it because I don't abuse him. You could put your face right next to your dog because if you treat your dog good, give it treats, take him on walks, give him the proper discipline, he won't bite you. He won't hurt you. Will you? Are you going to get... Arr, arr. there's just no reason that someone should smack a dog in the side of the head that way. There's no reason that any person should do that to their dog. I would never hit Charlie that way. If someone hit Charlie like that in front of me, it would take everything in me not to assault that person, not to batter that person. And now they're going to explain away. We appreciate the public's concern. It's not the public's concern. It's for the dog that's being abused by the pig. Do you understand? That's what we're concerned about.
And are taking this seriously. They will be looking into the circumstances and training to make sure appropriate measures are taken. The well-being of their officers and canine partners are of utmost importance.
Oh my God. Oh my God. This is a bystander's video. Look how important it is. Let me move that track off the comment. Thanks for the love for Charlie Bear, everybody. Yeah, Brandy said it. If someone touches my dog, I'm catching charges. It could be. Thanks, Brent. I appreciate that. Yeah, he's back. There was a scare. I thought he was going to die. He's back. Yeah, this is unreal. Now, watch how hard this guy, I agree with you, New Hampshire Mountain Girl. Watch how hard this pig hits the dog. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh.
Dude, he just punched the fuck out of that dog.
Wow. Let's see something here. Oh, they're locked. Locked post. No new comments cannot be posted. You know what that means, right? Officer Borf was placed on administrative leave pending internal investigation. I was trained to bite the bad guy. Wow. Where is this? Where is this? Does anybody know where this is? He was more concerned. Robot dogs. You can hear his actual hate in his voice. The cop deserves a swift one ticket to hell. I agree with that. Let's see. Let me see. Dog bit the aggressor like it was trained to do. This is exact. The dog bit the aggressor like it was trained to do. Good dog. So where was this? Does someone know where this is exactly? The news agency is Channel 7 News in Montgomery County. Does anybody know where that is and what the name of this pig shack is? It's a sheriff's department. Let me check out the comments real quick and see if anybody's given me. Does anybody have, thanks, Plead the Fifth. Plead the Fifth's a big supporter. Thanks, man. I appreciate you. Really appreciate you, Plead. I see everything you do. You're just so prolific in what you do. I appreciate you so much. So Dayton, Ohio, that's where it is. Well, let's should we take a look into that? Should we take a look into that? Let's see what we got. So Montgomery County Sheriff's Office right there. 2 stars. 2 stars. Well, let's just real quick reach out. Let's just real quick reach out to the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office here real fast, and let's just see if we can have a conversation. Montgomery County Sheriff's. Is that
dispatch?
Hey, how you doing today? My name's JD. I was given a call. I wanted to talk to an officer on duty if I could, or maybe possibly the watch commander tonight.
What is it regarding, sir?
Well, my name's JD. I'm a journalist. Everything I do is recorded and on a record, but that's not the most important part here. What's important is that the things that we do here, thousands and thousands of people will see it and hear it, and I just want to get to the bottom of what happened with that dog being abused there by that sheriff's deputy.
Okay, I'm going to put you on hold.
All right, I'll hold. You hate it? Do you hate it? Because I hate it. Oh, yeah, Jennifer Hill said Ohio, go figure, of course. Nice. Thank you, Aaron. I'll ship it out tomorrow. Divine Sorcerer, gracias. Fighting Soul, because I can't stop. I'm just fortunate that I found a group of people here with me that also will not stop. I appreciate y'all. Thank you. Yeah, Utah Defender's tired of seeing it. What's that?
Sergeant Geiswhite.
Sergeant, how you doing? My name's JD. I'm a journalist. Everything I do is recorded and on the record. Lots of people will find out that I called over here and I did indeed file a complaint over the telephone, and I would just like to get to the bottom of some answers with you, if you could, please, sir.
I can try.
All right, now. So I have a dog. Everybody knows my dog. I love my dog. And I tell you what, I've trained my dog. He does whatever I tell him to do. Now, I have never in my life whacked a dog in the side of the head the way we seen it done there in Montgomery. And I'll tell you what, heads need to roll on this one. You know that, right?
Hold on a sec. Are you referring to the Dayton police incident from like a month or two ago?
Well, I don't care how long ago it was. I seen that cop lose his composure and take a swing and punch that dog.
Is that what we're talking about, though?
Well, don't minimize it. I don't care how long ago it was.
Sir, I'm a sergeant with the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office.
All right.
Your complaint then is with the City of Dayton Police.
Oh, okay.
You need to call them.
All right. Do you have a phone number I can call over to reach someone over there then?
I don't know that. Hold on. I'll look it up for you.
Because there's a sheriff's car in the video that we seen.
There is, because they were on the same call.
Oh, I see. So then did the sheriff, did the good deputy there go ahead and arrest that cop for animal abuse on the spot? Did you laugh? Did you laugh? I think did you just laugh, Sergeant? I think you did.
I did.
You did, huh? Look, well, that's the whole thing, and this is the thing, right? I have changed my tone with police officers. I have been much more polite, and I have found that I'm getting further when I'm polite with you police officers. And so the thing is that that's what we would like to see happen. We would like to see the good police officers go ahead and just arrest them bad police officers the moment something bad happens. What do you think of that? Is that funny?
Actually, I'm trying to find you the number for Dayton.
Oh, I appreciate that, but I mean, I'm sorry. What was your last name again, sir?
It's Geiswhite.
Geiswhite?
Badge number 254.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. What is it?
Badge number is 254.
Badge number 254. Okay. And so
937.
Yeah.
333.
Yeah.
1000.
1000. All right. So, I mean, what did you think though about what I said about police officers arrest?
No, sir, I don't do interviews and I've got a job to do. You have a good day.
All right now. Well, thanks for hanging up on me. I really appreciate that. Please go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Keep sending me money. I appreciate that. Thank you all. Thank you. If you know any donations that I get, I certainly do appreciate. God bless you for doing that. So is that the right one, or should I try the one that he gave me? Should I try this one, or did you guys get the? Yeah, did you hear that, Showcase Audits? The pig actually laughed, and it was like, I mean, what a pig. What a pig. I'll try this one, but then did someone get the last 4 digits of what the cop on the phone said? I'm sorry, I got to put that back up on the screen. I lost it. Yes, I did. Let me get that number back up on the screen. Danelle. Oh, there it is. Is that it? I think that Rights On had a different number. Let's try this one. Let's try it. Let's see what you got, Rights On. Let's see if you're correct in this. So the video is posted into July.
Hello, this is Regional Dispatch.
How you doing today? I'm trying to reach the Dayton Police Department, please.
Okay, we dispatch for there.
All righty.
Okay, what's going on?
Well, I want to talk to the sergeant on duty if I could, please. I'm trying to find out exactly what's going on with the man who abused the dog into July 27th, I think it was posted. And we seen it. You know, everything I do is recorded and on the record. And even though Ohio's a single party consent state, I still let y'all know that I record everything I do because we're prolific around here. We get things done, and we want heads to roll on this one. We don't want a little administrative easing where they let the copper off for a month or two, and then after the fervors died down, they bring him right back on to be a little piggy. You know what I'm saying? We want good police officers. We don't want pigs that abuse dogs.
Okay.
All right?
So you want to speak with a sergeant, or?
Yeah, I'd like to speak with the sergeant. Hell yeah. I got a bunch of people with me. They're damn mad. How many people here is damn mad? I tell you what, there's a bunch. There's a bunch. You hear the echo?
All right, so wait till the morning.
Wait till the morning. I'll be pissed. I'll be so damn mad tomorrow, I'll shit myself.
Okay, I'm going to give you the number, and the number, you can reach them in the morning.
All right.
Okay, it's 937.
937
333
333
1000.
1000. You know what? Someone else told me that number 1000, but there ain't going to be nobody there tonight.
No, there will not.
God dang it, I tell you what, dadgummit son of a gun, I was looking toward talking to a copper tonight, letting him know how damn mad I was. Did you see that copper hit that dog? You seen it. Don't act like you didn't see it. You seen it, right?
I can't get involved, sir.
No, I'm just saying, did you see it? That's all I'm asking. You see the copper hit the dog?
I can't answer that question, sir.
Oh, come on now, Willie. I thought we were becoming friends over the phone now.
I can't answer that.
I tell you what, I'm so damn mad. I told you I'm going to shit myself here. I'm mad. I'm mad. I'm damn mad. I think a lot of people are mad when you see abuse of an animal that way, don't you think? Oh my goodness. Talking about. Let's listen to a voice memo from Rose.
I just talked to Dawn, and she's in good spirits, which I'm glad to. Oh.
Rose, hey, this is Chili. How are you?
I'm good. I just talked to Dawn, and she's in good spirits, which I'm glad to hear. They've got her out of that hot box and into an actual cell. She has money on her. I'm sorry?
She's in a dorm?
Well, yeah, I guess you'd call it a dorm. It's a cell with 12 other women.
Yeah, it's a dorm.
Yeah. And and she has money on her account. So she said she's good. She has an identity hearing on the 4th of November. And so she is just going to kick back and wait for that, because she said that when they quashed that warrant, the first 2 warrants, when they quashed those warrants, they were totally dismissed. So there are no charges on those. There's nothing left from that at all. She said
in Arizona.
In Arizona. She said in Arizona, what they have is a warrant, and she has 2 communication harassment charges on that. But she thinks this identity hearing is going to clear that up, because they're going to be able to charge her sister with lying and making false reports and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, well, so here's what I know. And so I'm open to being incorrect, but from what I understand from being in jail for 4 months just recently. And so the identity hearing is to verify that she is Dawn Newman. And once they verify she's Dawn Newman, and that's all extradition requires. Utah doesn't have to give Arizona permission. Utah has to make sure they have the right person to extradite. So that identity hearing, I don't think it's what she thinks it is. I think it's an identity hearing to make sure that she is Dawn Newman. And when she goes in and says, yes, I am Dawn Newman, then the state of Arizona says, okay, great, we got our person, they extradite her.
Well, and that may be the case. But if they extradite her, if she is in police custody, then her sister cannot sit outside the courthouse and charge her with violation again. Correct?
Right. I don't know what you mean. So her sister sat outside the courthouse and charged her with violating a protection order?
No, her sister, the first violation, I found the traffic ticket that was written up. That was that her sister got a protection order in August of 23, and it was not served on Dawn until the sheriff here got it on the 1st of September, and he didn't serve it until the 27th of September.
Okay, but hold on a second. So can she prove that she was in Utah in August of 23?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
So the ticket that she got, or the ticket that she allegedly got in Arizona, she wasn't in Arizona.
No, she wasn't in Arizona. She hasn't been in Arizona for 13 years.
Okay, so then she has two sisters who are colluding against her?
Yes. In fact,
Okay.
I think there's 3 of them, but there's 2 of them that are there in that local area down there between Arizona and Utah. And yeah. Well, anyway, after that, they served on the 27th. They took her kids on the 26th. On the 27th, the sheriff served that paperwork. They trespassed her from all the courthouses, and they charged her with communication harassment and 2 or 3 other things. But all of that was on Arizona on the first 2 warrants. But she was supposed to go to court in Arizona because when you get a protective order, she's supposed to have the chance to rebut that. And that court date was to rebut that order, that protection order on her sister. She never got a chance because that was set for 7 November 23. She never got the chance to rebut that protection order because on the 1st of October, which would be 3 days after the sheriff claims he delivered the protection order to Dawn, 3 days later, the 1st of October, the traffic ticket where her sister accused Dawn of being there in Arizona, and her other sister, because you can't write a traffic ticket unless you have a body in a car, right?
Sure.
The traffic ticket was written, so her sister had to impersonate her in order to get that traffic ticket. And that traffic ticket is what they say that she violated the court order. The court order being the protective order. Because she never got a chance to go to court to rebut the protective order because her sister pulled that stunt, and then they charged her with violation, failing to appear, and violation of a court order. And then they charged her with violation with a court order for failure to appear. But she never got an opportunity to rebut that. So then the October, that traffic ticket carried through, and she got a summons for court for that. And she tried to do Zoom, and she said she didn't want to go there. She had dogs here and family here. She was trying to work, and she gave them days that she could do Zoom, and they would not grant her, they wouldn't work with her at all on that. They said, well, we extended it once for you. We're not going to do it anymore, and you're going to have to appear. Well, and that, because of that, her sister has continued to do with this, continued to claim that she's violating the order. And during, there was she had a hearing here, and there was a prosecuting attorney and a court clerk, and I've got the document that shows, it's the document that they provide you of what transpired in the hearing, and it shows what the court clerk lying under oath and saying that Dawn was a fugitive from justice from Arizona because she had a conviction and she was on probation from Arizona. And this woman from here lied in court and said that she was a fugitive from justice. So then Arizona did not try to extradite her. They just left her sit in jail until she got the writ of habeas corpus, and they let her out. But that was after like 76 days. So shortly after that, they quashed that warrant, both of those warrants that they had. Arizona quashed those warrants, and I sent you those documents. It says quashed and whatever all over them. At the same time, I sent you the document of the attorney that was supposed to be her appointed attorney requesting the judge to reinstate those warrants and because she was a fugitive from justice, and they had stepped it up because Arizona failed to, Utah failed to work with Arizona, and so they were going to raise the level up to the Superior Court so that Utah would react to what Arizona's saying. Because Arizona is still continuing to go on with this, that she is violating protective order.
But she never did.
No, she never did. She never did. But I'm going to take a couple of pictures. I don't know if we can. I think that we're going to have to just let stuff go as it is. I got a statement from the court that she was in on the 16th from Judge Westmoreland telling her of all the things, because she was working per se, and telling her of all the things that she had to do, the motion she had to provide, the list she had to provide, the list of subpoenas. She wanted the list of witnesses, all that kind of stuff that she was going to have to provide because she didn't have an attorney. And that was for justice court. And the biggest problem I see is this back and forth between justice court and district court here in Utah, and Arizona stepping in and holding her to that useless warrant there. She did say today that she only has 2 charges on that warrant. But I said, there's no documents. I said, how do you know that you even have a warrant? Because the only thing we have is that request for warrant, or request for reinstatement of warrant. And she said, no, she says she looked it up, and I'm not sure how she looks it up. I'm not privy to that at all. But she said there's only 2 charges on it.
Sure.
And they were communication harassment charges.
Right. But now, is there any proof that she made those phone calls at all whatsoever?
Oh, I've got documents here. I've got copies of stuff that says where she communicated with the court, and where she asked to have the date moved, and where she tried to call and they would hang up on her. And she tried to call. And I'm not sure what date they're going to use for the communication harassment charges. But I was with her when she tried to call about the court date that is in that document on the request for reissuance of the warrant. That document has a 16th of October court date on it.
Okay.
And I was with her when she called, and they said,
I need that information. I need that. Did you send that to me yet?
Let's see. Well, yes, that court date is on that same document, that second document. That's a request of the court.
She has a court date then on November 4th. Is that correct?
Yes, and that's to be an identity hearing.
Oh shoot! I gotta call you back, Rose.
Okay.
I thought this was. I thought that was the ACLU of Arizona calling me back. I've left a half a dozen messages with them. If I can divvy out work to different people, then we can make a more concerted effort. So this is part of forming teamdlz.com. When I have a group of people who I know are there for the right reasons, and I can reach you through Team DLZ, then I can say, hey, I need you to call this law firm. Hey, I need you to call this law firm. Hey, I need you to call the ACLU. Hey, I need you to call for the Institute for Justice. So I can divvy out work detail to different people so that we can have an organized group of people. And this to Mrs. Z, who told me this last year, thank you for teaching me this. Mrs. Z, I'm not going to say her name, but she's the one who said to me, Chili, get organized, get your group organized. So that's why I'm trying to get everybody over to teamdlz.com, because then you sign up and then I know who you are. Because as you guys know, they'll do anything to stop us, to infiltrate this group, try to get us to go to violence, try to get us to be caught up in some sort of conspiracy. You know, the government will do anything to break up a group of freedom fighters. So with teamdlz.com, then I can distribute work to different people, because I can look at your information on the back end and say, that's Walt English. I know exactly who that person is. They pay with their credit card every month that says Walt English on it. So I know who that person is. Now I can divvy work to that person. Hey, can you do this one task? So that way I'm not trying to do 50 tasks. Plead the Fifth isn't trying to do 50 tasks, or Roy's not trying to do 50 tasks, or Roger Lane's not trying to do 50 tasks, or Danelle Brown's not trying to do 50 tasks. When I have you guys all in a group on Team DLZ, I can distribute work to you to do one task for the week. You got one thing to do this week. Get a hold of Bernstein and Welsh in Phoenix. Call that group, get a hold of the person, see if they'll take a case pro bono. Then over here, I can have you get a hold of Sedgwick, Johnson, and Kreiser. And then that one task, all you have to do is get a hold of Sedgwick, Johnson, and Kreiser. Your job is to get a hold of that law firm, see if they'll take this case pro bono. Then I can give another law firm to another person. You have one job to do. Get a hold of the person in charge to see if they'll take this case pro bono. This is part of why I built Team DLZ. I didn't build it. My web designer built it, and I'm so grateful to him for doing it. I know it, man. Listen. I understand XX Mana XX. I understand, dude. It's anything that we ever do costs money. Anything we ever do. So I'll try to figure out a way for you to get around that, but part of the reason why there's a paywall is so that I know who you are. Because if you guys, how many people have been along for the ride? How many people have been with me for 2.5, 3 years? How many of you guys have been along for the ride and have seen the lengths people have gone to try to hurt me, to infiltrate me, to betray me? How many of you guys have seen it happen to me? Put a 1 in the chat. If you've seen what they've done, I need to make sure that we have a way that I can verify everybody and get a hold of you and give you one task to do. Jilly V has been here for a very long time. Bruce has been here for a very long time. It's Bobblehead Deb, been here for a very long time. Utah Defender has seen, and what this does, and that's why XX Mana X, I'm going to try to get a $5 a month membership on there. I'll try to get that done today. If you can afford $5 a month, what that does is it verifies who you are to me. So I know who that person is. I have your credit card right there. I know who you are. And that helps me a ton with trust. It just does. Of course. When you know who you're talking to and it's not a username, like, thanks for being with me the whole time, Gatorman Smith. Do I know who Gatorman is? No clue. Thank you for the support. It's a username. It's not a name. It's not an address. It's not a phone number. Team DLZ makes it so that I'm able to verify who people are. And then there's a whole security system in place on teamdlz.com. Exactly. Mikey B has been here with me since the very beginning. It's Vigilance Committee. Cliff Williams has seen what's happened to me over the past couple years. Joe, I will try to I'll get a $5 a month membership on Team DLZ. Let me get that done tonight. And I got to talk to the web designer. One more video tonight. And of course, this has to do with Las Vegas Metro Police Department. Of course it does.
Now, a Metro Sergeant.
Las Vegas Metro Police Department is one of the most corrupt, and this is a very short video. This is a very short video. Yep, it was 2.5 years ago. That's right. That's 100% correct. So this is about the Las Vegas. Thank you, Jennifer Hill. Appreciate your support.
Faces several charges.
Now.
Fake arrest on the Las Vegas Strip. Now a Metro Sergeant faces several charges. Thank you so much for staying with us at 4:30. I'm Ozzy Mora.
And I'm Kirsten Joyce. It's a story our 8 News Now investigators first broke. Now they've obtained evidence at the center of the case, including video. Vanessa Murphy has this story. We do want to warn you, some language in this report is of a sensitive nature.
What's up, man? What's up, brother? Hey, I'm the sergeant.
Kevin Menon pushing a Metro police officer. Prosecutors say it's not just one of his own he targeted. They have a series of videos where Menon appears to create fake scenarios so citizens could be targeted and taken into custody without probable cause. That's a violation of rights. The incidents in April and May as Menon led a specialized group on the Las Vegas Strip.
Where am I going to jail?
You can see and hear the shock.
Y'all do this to white people? Yeah. I do to everybody, bro.
The majority.
I do this to everybody, bro. Do you do this to white people? Yeah, I do this to everybody, bro.
Shock.
Y'all do this to white people? Yeah. I do to everybody, bro.
He cheats and steals and robs and lies and is a scoundrel to everybody. I believe him. Put a 1 in the chat if you believe this pig is a pig to everybody.
The majority of individuals identified in the criminal case against Menon are black men, stopped and searched in public, according to prosecutors, after Menon manufactured a reason like this. Officers later testified they saw this man with a knife larger than what's allowed on the strip. As they walked toward him, Menon, dressed in plain clothes, bumps into him and stares him down.
Seems like you want to fight someone with.
He remains calm, cooperative, and confused.
He bumped into me, and then you guys were right behind me, literally.
I didn't see
like it was a setup.
At the Cosmopolitan, 4 men appear to be randomly detained.
It's a crime to loiter by a restroom and say, hold on, and insinuate sexual acts. Right?
I just got here.
I don't think so. I think you were standing by a restroom and you said, suck my
office.
It's a crime to loiter by a restroom is what she said. She's just following orders and putting torture cuffs on a person who's done nothing wrong.
Officers later testified they never heard the men make those comments. They were just following Menon's orders.
Don't worry, you'll be out in like 6 hours.
Here, uniformed officers pretend to arrest Menon. The undercover sergeant then pretends to know this man who was simply sitting at the Cromwell Sportsbook.
What do I do, man?
Also at the Cromwell, prosecutors say Menon tries to hand these 2 men fraudulent bills. They never accept anything from him, but officers stop and search them. One of the men demands to speak with a supervisor. They're released. Menon later returns dressed in a Metro jacket. A few months later, he's put in handcuffs, facing felony charges for abusing his power and trying to cover it up. Menon remains out of custody on bond. He's expected to be back here in court on October 23rd.
Could you imagine that? Could you imagine if you were shaking people down on the Las Vegas Strip and then you were kidnapping them, charging them with crimes, and it's all fake? Would you be free to go, or would you be locked in a dungeon? Which would it be for you? You know, and it's crazy. If you guys take a look, thanks, Grateful Dabs. I appreciate you joining Team DLZ. Levi Audits, thank you. I appreciate it. I will get a $5 membership on there. I didn't set up the whole structure. My webmaster did. So I'll do that with him tonight. Good night, Levi. Everybody loves you. But could you imagine you doing this to someone? You would not be free. You would not be free at all whatsoever. You would not be free. You would be locked away if you did this. Boiled Corruption says dirty cops, just the norm, par for the chorus. RLSS ACCA. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Oh, no. My dad got sentenced to prison today. Pray for me and him. I understand, actually, my friend. I understand more than you know. I truly understand. I lived it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Angry Vet. Angry Vet's in here, everybody. Let me know how you're sentencing with. Give me a phone call, Angry Vet. Shoot me a text message so that we can talk on the phone and find out. And it would be either no bond if you did this to people, or $1.5 million bond. Arrested because your low beam light was way off. Who put that in there? Aaron, I got your hoodie order, and then I said I would give away a couple free trifolds at the end of the stream. I think we only got a couple of orders. So if you guys want to order a trifold, go to deletelaws.com and order a trifold. And let me tell you who I'm going to give trifolds away today in their name. I have Aaron Peterson and Anthony B. Those are the two orders that came in over the live stream. So I'm going to give away 2 trifolds right now.
Vanessa Murphy, 8 News Now.
At this point, no other officer has been charged. Menon is on unpaid administrative leave with suspension of police powers, according to Metro.
Unpaid administrative leave. That's better. At least just Willie, what is going on? What is going on? Oh, okay. Okay, got you, Angry Vet Audits. Thanks for telling me that. I appreciate it. So let me check my email real quick and see if anybody hit me up during this live stream. Cameron, I sent you an email back. Cameron Big Mac, I sent you an email back. Okay. And then this is from Google user. Oh, you just sent this back to me? I don't have your address though, Cameron Big Mac. This is from Google user. I need your full shipping address, and I'll send you off a trifold, man. Thanks, I appreciate it. And then Aaron, got your hoodie coming, my friend. Aaron, got your hoodie coming, and then this is from. And then someone got upset because they got timed out. I'm sorry about that. I'm so sorry to see that. T, I'm sorry to see that. Moderators, be careful you don't block out people who are supporters. I've got my trifold. It shipped the 13th or 14th. Sure, I'll double check on that for you, Rex. Listen to the screenshot be taken. I'll double check. I will double check on that for you, Rex. And then, okay, got you. Mana, like the Mexican band. Okay. Okay, got you, Mana. I'm going to get a $5 rate on there for people. I will get that done. Sorry. Good night, Utah Defender. Thank you. Stacy is soaking everybody. Okay, James, we're going to call the ACLU tomorrow. Great. I'm just trying to see if anybody emailed me for a free trifold. Oh, that's T. T is the same person who was saying she could help the guy in jail to get out of jail. I don't know how you're going to help anybody, T, when they have. Got you. There it is. There it is. Got you. Cameron Big Mac, listen to the screenshot happen here. There it is, Cameron. I will ship out your trifold tomorrow. And then here's Angie Corrigan. Angie, you didn't send me your address. I can't ship you without an address. I'll reply, I need your shipping address fully. Make it easy for me. First name, 123 Main Street, Anywhereville, USA, 84126, whatever your shipping address is. Okay, and then I don't have any other requests so far for people who want a free trifold. Okay, cool. Nice job, Ray. Happy to see that. So if someone wants to shoot me over their full shipping address, I will send you over a free trifold. I will send you a free trifold. What is going on out there in the land of the unfree America? I would volunteer, but I'm totally unreliable. James said he'll contact the ACLU tomorrow. Okay, listen, I got to get the flock out of here. I've been on here for 3 hours. I did not see Chevy. Chevy, where the flock are you? Mikey B, thanks for coming. Bruce, plead the fifth. Bip, nice to see you. Time me out. No, we're not going to time you out, Bip. Everybody, you can join Team DLZ. Videos will start going up tomorrow. You guys will get to see the studio, what I've set up here. I can't wait to share this with you guys. Yes, we have sued LVMPD once. I'm suing them again next week. So you'll see next week we'll file another federal civil rights lawsuit against Las Vegas Metro Police Department. Brandon, you got to shoot me an email with your full shipping address, your full legal name, your email address, your cell phone number, 123 Main Street, the whole thing. Put it perfect so I can copy and paste it. My mailman is an idiot. I hope he doesn't try to leave the trifold in the wrong mailbox. Oh, T is KT? Is that right? I didn't know who that was. She changed it. Thanks, James Chamberlain. Fighting Soul. If you guys could, please put OTVO in the comment section. Overturn Terry versus Ohio. There it is right there. New Hampshire Mountain Girl. Thanks for coming. Appreciate woo effing who. Certainly appreciate you guys coming, man. Really means an absolute ton that you guys showed up here. It's amazing the finances that we have created for bailing people out, for putting money on people's commissary. It has been amazing, hasn't it? I mean, take a look at all the people that we've helped. We got Eric, a wheelchair. You Have Rights, Cops Have Duties is in here. We got him out of jail. We got Henry, a lawyer. He didn't go to jail that one time. We got Press with Rancor, an attorney. I'm still on the hook for $32,000. Constitutional law scholar, but I'll sell a lot of copies. I mean, we have helps. We helped Jeremiah with auditing Auditors of America. We helped so many people. It's just, I can't keep track of all the people. Bruce, we've helped so many people. April, thanks for coming. I miss Jessica Kerstad too. I don't know where she is. Claudette was in here. Gloria was in here. Thank you for coming. What's the matter, you? Good to see you. Good to see everybody. Small Miracle Garages was in here. Thanks for coming. I saw Tower Time. CBC was in here. Thanks for coming. Brandy, appreciate you. Gary B, always a big supporter, helps everybody. He's absolutely amazing dog. Absolutely amazing human being. Amazing, my friend. My doggy dog. Appreciate you guys. Anyway, listen, Chris Boudreau was here. Thank you so much for coming, Chris Boudreau. Kevin Brzezinski, Jason D, Bobblehead Deb, Grateful Dabs, What's the Matter You, James Chamberlain, April, Ignacio, Aaron Peterson got a hoodie. You guys got to hurry. This is probably going to be the last batch of DLZ hoodies. It'll probably be the last batch. That's why I'm giving Aaron a double XL. He's XL, but they run a little small. So double XL should fit you nice. It'll be nice, little baggy on you, but super high quality. This will probably be the last run of Team DLZ hoodies before we rebrand to First Amendment Auditor. Because look, we should have 1,000 people in the room, but YouTube has done what they've done. So I'm going to get the flock out of here. Thanks for coming on my TED Talk. I'll see you guys on the next one. Mikey B. Later, Gators.